All right, we're at the 10-second mark, guys.
Just in
Time.
Cybernation Uncensored.
Can't be funny.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you all can hear me today, and the net goblins aren't doing anything. But my name's OckRaven, and welcome to Running the Night here at Cybernation Uncensored. This is a homebrew Cyberpunk Red campaign, just to give you guys a heads up. And this is your maturity warning because it's Night City. Things tend to get violent and a little graphic. We're going to start off with a little bit of player introduction and get things squared away. Nick, why don't you start us off today, please?
Hey, I'm Nick. I am playing JJ, our lawman, and just trying to figure shit out. Just trying to make it through another month. And I'm excited to throw some dice with OckRaven and the crew today. And thank you for Cybernation Uncensored for hosting.
Jalen, how about you next, please?
Yeah, sure. What's up, people? I'm playing Nan, the crew's techie. Like Nick, I'm ready to fuck shit up and get through the day. We just dealt with some messed up stuff, and I want to get to the bottom of it. So, ready to play. Also, what's up, chat?
Let's go with bottom right, Mr. Dueling Maniac.
Hello, everyone. I am your wonderful catapult crash tester. Once again, I will be playing the MedTech Vertex. And I am here to kick names and take ass. So let's get this road on the show, as they say.
Wow.
Nice. Very good.
Last and most certainly not least,
I guess
Stormbreaker.
you're saving me for last, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You're fashionably late, of course, but sorting out the important things in life. I'm Ty from Stormbreaker Games, and I'm playing our punk rock politico Johnny Fox. I'm here for a good time. Do a few things I probably shouldn't. Do them on camera, make sure everybody sees, and just live a good life and have a bit of fun on the way.
Okay,
It's very
I'm
nice to be here.
still trying to make sure sound is good with chat, but we're going to get right into underway with the recap. One still looks good. Everyone in the right spot? Wonderful. Okay, living off last week, you guys finally made it to Sky Mason, the Chrome Snake Nation camp. They were under attack by a group of Rathen calling themselves the Furies. Situation was bad, dire to say the least. You guys came in guns blazing, and a large semi-truck tanker hauling in a bunch of choo with gun-toting edgerunners on it is enough to kind of immediately make people question their life choices. They immediately proceeded to flee, and you guys went to work trying to help and assist the situation best you can. Just several hours later, with some failed, checks from a couple players in terms of, ooh, that one's bad. I'll have to fix that. Some failed checks in terms of medical support and things like that. Vertex went on to actually doing more of a bedside manner aid. Jalen, you went with body retrieval and helped pull some cyberware. Nick, you and Ty were very much part of interrogating the survivors. Except as a big note, JJ did actually help manage to find the missing kids, so they were alive and safe in pretty much a firebox.
That's good to hear.
You managed to get a bunch of information regarding what the Furies been up to and their leader, Zap, who has been making a lot of deals and really being the driving force of this group, of the Fury. After that interrogation, you finally got a chance to meet up with your target, Luco, who has the, retrieval for his head, You made a deal with him to, if you can assist him in gathering the information needed to prove to his father Amoebus is up to no good, he will happily go with you back to his father so you guys can get the quote unquote bounty on his head. Is there anything you guys want to add?
Um, what is Amoebus again? Like, what is their relationship to us?
Nothing. Okay. Amoebus is
Okay.
actually a group. Amoebus is a a mid-level biocorp that is actually trying to do a wellness and revitalization campaign. They are offering stuff literally pennies on the pound in terms of equipment for nomads to utilize to either take, for sustainment in the wasteland, trying to actually grow crops in the irradiated wastes, um, yeah, survival stuff, Amoebus brand food, chem, supplies, tools, resources, literally like 100% corporate sponsorship in terms of everything you would possibly need for a nomad camp or family to survive in the wasteland. Considering they're giving so much of it free and only asking for 10% of your yearly take in terms of payment for that, you just have to supply all the R&D data on a monthly or weekly upkeep basis based off the services you're utilizing. Everything else is it's so cheap, and their business practices are so questionable. Luco came down here to firsthand see what they were up to, because he doesn't, in his gut, as a person, doesn't believe anything this corpo is spouting to be accurate.
Right. So Luco's just trying to like kind of like break the story on them.
Yeah, because and through you guys just talking and everything else last night, his father actually has a deal with Amoebus, and he doesn't want his family, his father, his father's nomad family and everything else that eventually he will inherit, to be part of this, and he's trying to prove to his dad that none of this is good.
Right. Okay. Cool. That clears a lot up for me. I was like, oh no, am I supposed to like know who this Amoebus guy is? These Amoebus guys are?
Okay. Keep asking questions. I'm going to fix the final overlay I need to real quick because apparently I didn't do that. Chat, a heads up, things are going to get wonky for a moment.
Hey, embrace the wonk.
Embrace the wonk. Is there anywhere that we can get some shopping done on this little farm? I don't call it a farm. On this little farm, because I need to get a new gun.
Well, they do have extra equipment here in case you need. They'll be happy to either trade or you can just buy it from them. That is absolutely an option. Do you may not have the best choices, but that is definitely an option. And if it's something you really need a fixer or something for, that's going to sadly have to wait till you guys get back to Night City.
That's fair.
Your gun broke?
No, but I figure it's better to need or to have and not need it than need and not have it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a camp, so they might have like some gear and supplies, but I don't imagine they've got like stock to or access to like all sorts of different devices and weaponry, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping for a heavy pistol. That'd be ideal.
Yeah. I feel like someone might have a heavy pistol. You could steal one.
Right?
Yeah, you can find it's not an excellent quality, but it will not be a poor quality. But they very much do have a heavy pistol. They will happily give you.
Okay.
For all we've done for them.
Oh, yeah.
Means sell.
No. Most of the Fury were either using heavy pistols or assault rifles. They won't. You would have to buy an assault rifle off them, but they don't really. They have enough in the terms of pistols that it's either just going to get thrown in the armory, turned into parts, or haggled or bartered with for other people.
Fair enough. Well, I will take a heavy pistol and as much pistol ammo as I can get my hands on.
They will give you 30 rounds.
30 rounds. I like it.
Are you familiar with Foundry by chance?
Not really.
Okay, then allow me to assist you real quick. You said just a heavy pistol?
Yep, just a heavy pistol. That'll go into a secret pocket in the lab coat.
It is just basic ammo.
Is that like an actual? You're actually like concealing it.
There you go. I mean,
You
if it's
realize
not
it?
in plain sight, it's technically concealable to security officers patrolling the streets.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I've worn
I
enough.
just rolled for like sneak past a detector or something, but
Yeah, no. I've worn enough bigger lab coats and official lab coats to know that yeah, you could totally, even probably something like your Magnum Opus, JJ, you could totally hide that underneath the lab coat. Now, is it
yeah.
if somebody was looking? Yeah, they totally would see the bulge of the thing there. It's not
Yeah, it won't
like
hold up to scrutiny, but
yeah. In terms
Yeah,
of out of sight, out of mind, sure, 100%.
We just might be going on a bit of an investigation, or we might even, yeah, who knows? A heavy pistol is nice because you can conceal it on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If need be, I can always stash it in the prison wallet.
yeah,
Ooh.
well, I was gonna say the
Ugh.
next cyberware I want to get is a subdermal pocket, just because it's like so cool to just like have like a slot in your body you could just
Oh,
push
yeah.
it in,
Or like a skin holster would be good too.
like a pouch. Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, true.
Well, if you guys want to try to get any type of shopping done when you guys get back to Night City, we can definitely throw those cards on the table.
Well, yeah, we need to bring this dude back so that we have enough eddies to even go shopping.
Okay, that
I ain't
is
got shit right now. I've got like 500 eddies. It's like, it's not
Mhm.
much, you know. It's not a rainy day fun.
Yeah,
absolutely true. Luco gets drunk with Johnny and JJ, probably more drunk than either your two characters get, as he's very much power drinking due to the night's events, and will pass out after making a deal with Johnny. Um, your guys can chit chat as long as you want, but keep in mind, when your characters woke up earlier the following day, and the fact that we are now Thursday morning in the wee hours of the morning. So please keep that in mind. But were you guys going to pass out, try to chit chat, get anything else done, make a plan, or just call it a
Yeah.
night so you guys can get back to Night City the next day?
Yeah, I know. I like had to leave early from
hmm
last session. Where did my character like end up? You said that they got drunk, but where did my character end up?
JJ and Johnny got drunk.
Yeah.
Nan and Vertex very much were assisting in other areas, either trying to help with medical treatment, making some extra medical supplies. In your case, body retrieval and harvesting,
Yeah.
pulling cyberware from dead bodies.
Okay. And is
Uh,
that and it's the next morning, so like we just found somewhere to lay up.
yeah, they've got plenty of places there for you guys to lay up and get a good night's sleep if you want.
Great.
Um, it's definitely you doing body harvest and retrieval is not going to take up your entire night. If there's anything else Nan wanted to help out with, because you did spend some time helping do some repair stuff to get
Yeah.
power and communications back online, you did succeed all that.
Right. Yeah, I remember all that.
That's the reason
man.
that you started helping with actual retrieval and stuff is what I figured. Just your character trying to stay helpful, I assumed.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, I'm fine to just like head to the next morning or whatever.
Everyone go with that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my gun. I don't really need anything else. I'm good
So
to go.
to return back to Night City, like we want to help Luco investigate these amoebas people.
Yes.
Okay, because he doesn't want to leave until he's like just figured this shit out.
Correct. No, he at this point he knows there's extra help needed. He's not going to get any more information out here. He's aware of that. Through the efforts of Johnny and JJ interrogating the survivors, none of them survived interrogation after the fact. They found out numerous things of what the Fury have been up to, and most of it is all stuff leading back to Night City. The current thought of Lucos is, well, maybe we could figure out what the Fury has been up to. We can figure out why they're asking and trying, asking for me by name and trying to take my head.
Right, because clearly he's like ruffled some feathers, and if there's
Mhm.
a hit group after him,
Yeah.
then that might lead us to who hired them to go after him, or at least it's a connection.
Correct. Lucia has offered to start investigating amoebas through her connections, so she's going to be staying back here at the Nomad camp so she can do some more digging. There is the WorldSat communication balloon, so she can stay in contact as long as you guys have reception, but she'll meet you back in Night City in a day or two.
Nova.
Cool. I think that Nan would have found like a spot on the floor, like if Vertex maybe caught somewhere, like some couch somewhere, and maybe caught like the floor underneath, like below the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did find a nice comfy couch to rest on, but there's only one.
Yeah, no, it's fine with me. I'm used to like there's actually for Nan it's like more comfortable kind of being on the floor on like the hard ground. Uh, it reminds her of prison, but in a fucked up sort of way.
Um,
Oh, it's
they've
like that scene in My Cousin Vinny where Vinny gets the best sleep of his life in a prison cell.
okay during a prison riot. You're forgetting that part.
Yeah.
So no, they actually got some actual outdoor industrial mat rugs to help keep the sand down in places. You can easily find one of those and actually get close to an outdoor fire, so you don't get too cold, and will have wonderful, amazing sleep. You're not going to sleep as much as you wanted because
Yeah,
sunrise is going to wake you up because you're sleeping outside.
that's fine. It's always nice to get up with the sun.
Okay. The rest of you guys, you can easily find places either the GP tents, large military canvas tents. They've got some RV spaces or even outdoor, seating of various comfort levels for you guys to find a place to hang your head. If you're sleeping indoors, you'll get closer to a full night's rest, quote unquote. If you're sleeping outdoors, you are very much going to be woken up at the butt ass fuck crack of dawn.
Yeah. So did we find? Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Johnny's gonna once Luco's out, Johnny will try and find some other people to party with, and see if he can't find somebody that won't mind sharing their bed. It's a little bit more comfortable.
Hmm. Sex roll.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
What are you saying about me?
I'm going to need persuasion. Okay, the two hottest people in camp. Let's start there. Okay,
Is it persuasion or is it like wardrobe and style?
wardrobe and style helps with it. Personal grooming basically helps determine an attractiveness level. If I use some descriptive factors they have in the book, persuasion is your generic like I'm pretty, you're pretty, want to go be pretty together, kind of nonsense. Um,
I got a very easy dance modifier.
Now, in terms of trying to understand, so the two hottest people, one of which has a complete cyber body, literally she's a brain in a box, still has part of her midsection completely gored open. So very much a no. Her best friend, quote unquote, is very much like, and I need the personal grooming for you. I need a persuasion. As
Personal grooming? Okay.
Because of the rocker boy, isn't that a charismatic impact under one individual?
assuming they're a fan, yes.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
me and Johnny have agreed that we're working his fan base slightly differently because he's a politician.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. I got it.
And
Sorry, that was his self roll.
Because I believe that's one example they actually show in the book of like what you feel like. I believe.
okay, it totally is. But
Yeah, no, I get it. 100%.
Dude, cool dice.
Gold, man. That's what I'm about. Just pure gold.
Yeah,
Well-
very Johnny.
well, Pearl is very much, bi-curious in all kinds of different ways. And since she cannot have the warm, snuggly sensation that she usually has with her companion Shell, as Shell is laid up for the evening, Pearl will happily share a bed with Johnny. It's been a long time since she's seen somebody this adult and this pretty. And after all, you're not sticking around, so flings are the best.
Yeah, nice.
No reason to limit it to 2.
Uh, sadly, Shell is very much
Johnny's
not
getting greedy.
bi-curious, and
Alright.
she has a cyber body with a massive abdominal wound at the moment. So any type of activity that doesn't require her to be still and lying down. So
Some things are worth a little risk, but
absolutely.
it's alright.
An interesting thing you find out about Pearl. Pearl's in a linear frame. Pearl has several, additions of grafted muscle and bone lace. Pearl's
Wow.
very acrobatic too. Give me an endurance check for your evening.
Come on.
I'm just making
Damn,
I'm just
Johnny.
making detailed notes. Just
Please do.
I
Pearl and Shell
use
are, and absolutely you can use.
drugs to help with this.
You can. You have also were guys given a couple plus twos right at the beginning of session by depleting
Oh, cool.
uranium cowboy. So
I'll throw a +2 on this then if that's good.
absolutely,
Thank you
they're
very
rooting for you anyway. So
much. That's good.
can't let your fans down.
Oof.
Ooh,
That's good.
hey, but you at least got to.
14 is still not a bad roll, to be fair, but
That's not
it's
kind of.
exceptional.
You could
Oh,
call it average.
and you did put him on a two. Okay. You are.
Put the 2 on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Endurance. I need to work on this clearly.
And you are going to have a very enjoyable evening, and you're definitely going to pass out mid festivities and wake up alone well after the sun comes up in the morning. You don't have any
Sounds good to
minuses,
me.
but you very much not, everything kind of went a little dark after a certain point.
That's right. I'm just here making friends.
Okay, you do have some gnarly bruises in some weird places, though. They're superficial damage. They're nothing serious. Some very aggressive bite marks and clawing across your body in a couple places.
So just the usual.
Yeah, just the usual.
Oh, good morning, Vertex. Did you sleep at all last night? I couldn't sleep. It was just these sounds coming from the tent over there.
Oh, I don't know who or what that was, but it sounded like somebody strangling a cat.
I know. I hope the cat's okay.
Activity at
I wouldn't
sunrise
want to
is
choke a chicken any day.
Sounded more like a fox to me, but whatever.
Oh, Johnny, I didn't see you were there. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, darling.
How'd you sleep?
I didn't.
All
It was
right
great.
then. Oh, should we get back to the city? I miss my workshop.
It was Luco.
Luco.
JJ spent his evening. He was kind of while you were getting quite drunk with Luco. JJ was drinking too, but kind of keeping somewhat sober to keep control of the situation. JJ slept near Luco, wherever Luco plotted himself down, somewhat keeping an eye on him, but also trying to get as much sleep as possible.
then you'll be up
Nice.
early at the same point in time as everyone else, as Luco practically will stumble over you as he pretty much passes out where he was drinking in a worn down comfy chair.
Up
Uh,
with the dawn.
Very much. He's got a vehicle to get loaded and prepped to drive everyone back to Night City, and they're
Are we
still.
caravanning back down there, or like how's that gonna work? Did we plan that, or should we plan that now?
Well, you guys get together and can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Um, Activity in the camp is starting to pick up. Somebody comes out and actually brings a large 6-foot flat top griddle and a propane tank. He starts hooking everything up and starts actually grabbing cartons of synthetic liquid egg and synth meat packs that start opening up, adding seasoning to and everything else. Very much taking your potted meat spam style of questionable meat and seasoning it up, adding things into it, grinding herbs and shit into it. It's very much a 20-30 minute process for them to take a little bit of fresh food, take some of the ugliest potatoes you've ever seen, and start actually making large breakfast potato meat kind of thing.
I
It
bet it
doesn't
tastes
feel
like
a
the
better
best meat.
taste.
I was gonna say, I bet it tastes like so good after the battle last night and like the sleep out under the stars.
Oh yeah.
They'll open up an igloo, pull out a pack of actually it looks like day old fresh tortillas. You can tell
Cool.
they're fresh tortillas because of the slight burn marks that you
Cool.
get from actually cooking tortillas yourselves.
Yes.
You just don't get food like this down in Night City.
And they will be making large 6-foot of breakfast for, literally making an entire thing of it, clearing off, throwing containers. People will come and go in a line. They'll make up more. They'll make up more. They'll do this about 4 times through the course of the morning for everyone to eat their fill.
Hell yeah.
At that point, through the course of all this, so you can see Luco has pulled out an old. It is a six. It's a six wheel. It's a six-wheel truck. Extended cab, four-door interior, slightly lifted, bulletproof, roll cage, mounted weapon, gunner's hatch. They'll roll this out. They'll start a tire swap on it, get it fueled up, service it. Looks like they're doing some GPU programming and everything else. Some of the younger members are actually moving the tanker and at this point properly unloading the tanker. Johnny, oh yeah, Johnny, you can. It's a shaded place. It's still cool. You can definitely you can get as much sleep as you want, or until somebody kicks you awake.
I was it was mainly just because I don't think he would have been up as early as I threw myself in there, but I wanted to make the the joke. So he was just up for a slash. Like,
Yeah, he
had
had
a
to
quick
go.
chat and then headed back to bed.
You had to
for a
go
bit.
find the pisser.
But yeah, this is going on for a couple hours. It's going to take Luco a couple hours to actually get the vehicle ready. So you guys have all morning to chit chat and make a plan. So the scene is yours.
We still have our like war machine truck, right?
Oh yeah, they've actually no. At this point, the Chrome Snakes have taken possession of the tanker. They have moved the tanker. They are unfueling. They're unloading the tanker.
Okay, but we got to bring that tanker back.
If you ask them, no, we'll bring it back. We got to make a trip back. Anyways, it's part of the standard job. Besides, with how far this is going, if this shows up back, before a certain point, it's going to raise too many questions.
I'm sure it was just kind of established that this would be kind of the process when we arrived before we went.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I can't remember what the
We're getting a big head nod from the GM, so I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So
was,
we were just going out there and we had to arrange our own travel back.
No, we were told from the get-go they'd get us back. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they're responsible for our transport back, but they keep the truck, I guess, until they're done with it, or maybe they use it on site.
Okay, so
until it needs a refill.
so what? So this is Nan just I guess not paying attention to earlier. So like, how are we getting back? They
Oh, the
Luco got out a
Snakes
truck.
have agreed to give us a ride.
yeah, but like in what? Like all of us? Like we all fit?
Yeah, Ock was just describing the six-wheel truck they got out, and we're preparing for our transit back.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just describing a cool truck that Luco had. I didn't realize that was like for us. My bad.
Yeah, they're getting that out for our transit back tonight.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah. That's sick.
Because
And if there isn't enough room, I can always sit in someone's lap.
it is. I can't pronounce this. Okay, so but it's out of black chrome. It's the six-wheel truck out of black chrome. If you guys look at my picture in Discord,
Fucking cool.
it's not a new version of it. It's definitely an older version or a knockoff, a cheap model kind of thing. But just to give you the mind's eye, what it is, it's a six-wheel dually truck. Mounted roll cage, area in the back, spacious interior. And with the nature of the way he goes over it, it's very much that like one of those. This is his vehicle.
Right.
Well, we'll be respectful of that, but I think I will make sure that I position myself behind him, rear driver side.
Okay. For the purpose of the morning, though, you're probably never taking your eyes really off of Luco, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the package right now for JJ. So you know what I mean. So
He's
I'm not
payday.
getting in-
He's payday. He's your money bags.
Yeah. I'm not getting in his way if he's not doing anything,
Mhm.
But he's never out of my sight. Yeah, exactly. And I'll load it when we do get into the vehicle. I'll kind of load in driver's side rear.
Okay. He goes. He's going to. He actually tries to take the gun off of the um, the semi to put it onto his vehicle. He gets it. He unbolts it, gets it off, takes one look at it, fucking curses, and immediately throws it on the ground.
This is that big anti-material gun.
Yep.
Oh, that's expensive shit. Why is he doing that?
It's fucking knockoff, he said. Whole thing's made out of fucking defective parts. Someone decided to cut corners to try to get something to shoot high caliber rounds as fast as possible without taking the time to consider what it's going to do to the goddamn barrel. He takes it and holds it like straight up, so the gun's kind of like this. He's like, look at this barrel.
Is it like curved?
Okay, you would have to make the perception check. Weapons tech actually is the easiest check to make, but
I'm just getting to the skills sheet. Weapons tech. I don't have the best weapons tech in the world.
Am I in this? Like, am I?
oh,
seeing
this
it?
oh yeah, this is outdoor and everything else, but yeah, everyone has the chance, except Johnny. Johnny's still trying to get some much needed beauty sleep.
I got a 16 on my weapons check, or my weapons tech check.
23. That's kind of my thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I've
JJ,
got the tech scanner like in my cyber eye, so I can like see. Or wait, no, not in my. Sorry, that's my cyber arm. Excuse me. So yeah, I can like. Wait, sorry. Would this be a check that my tech scanner applies to, or no?
totally. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The tech, yeah, even the rolls you guys have is fine.
Okay.
JJ, illegal gun's an illegal gun, man. You don't need to know much more than that. You really can't tell. Vertex Nan, though, you can clearly see there is warpage. And with how little you fired it, Nan, you know for the fact that's got to be made out of some, either it was a defective material, somebody cut corners, they didn't use, the right type of alloy or whatever. But
Yeah.
you didn't
Do I
fire
know
it a whole lot.
Is there something I could do to fix it? Make it salvageable?
I mean, you can try you would need either need materials to fabricate replacement parts, or you would need something to be able to swap it in terms of tech repair. He's gonna put up a different, very heavy weapon. It's just not as
Oh, okay.
exotic as that. He was hoping to take it because anti-material rifle,
Yeah. Cool.
But no, at this point, he pretty much just toss it in the sand and leave it there. One of the extra people will come pick it up and basically throw it into supplies and resource. By this point in time, Johnny, the sun's up enough, and the day's starting to heat up, and there's enough activity and cursing and laughter starting to come across the camp that Johnny can't sleep anymore. It's about 9 in the morning now, 9:30 versus the 6 you were looking at.
Nice. I'll get up. Just go for a wander, see whoever I see first, take a quick bump on my way out, and just crack a can of smash and try and deal with the effects of last night. Just taking a few sips as I head out.
A little bit of the hair of the dog bit you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breakfast is actually amazing for the rest of you guys who do eat. Liko stays close by, gets the vehicle loaded, then sits down and eat, and pretty much hangs out with you, JJ, and everyone else while waiting on Johnny. As everyone comes out, you guys see Johnny once again finally emerge from the RV.
If we're waiting on him, I wouldn't wait on him if he's sleeping.
Now at this point, like,
okay.
it's about the point that like Luco sits down and basically finally makes his food to eat so he can finish basically knocking everything off his list. And it's about that point in time with that, like, let me eat, let me go, grab my personal gear and we can get out of here. And that's the time Johnny comes stumbling out, can of smash, sniffing his nose and definitely taking that morning stretch and look around.
I get you.
What's up, chaps? Haven't missed anything important, have I?
Nice of you to join us, Jim.
Well, you know, a Buddhist monk one kind of wandered out of the desert and told us all the meaning of life. But other than that, no, nothing.
Oh yeah, you missed the meaning of life.
I already
Right.
got it. I'm good.
All right, then we're good. Then back to Night City. Then
Yeah. Mm.
I missed my
So
fucking
wait.
workshop.
Hold up a second. You seem sober.
Who me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with much of that mind-altering shit after prison.
Well, now I know that you're fucking lying to me. You can't have the meaning of life and be sober. That's an oxymoron, mate.
Well, I didn't have it, mate. It was the Buddhist monk.
I thought you were told. You just weren't.
He just
Just
told
weren't
it
paying
to us,
attention.
but I don't. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Oh, well,
Still groggy-eyed
I'll let
in the
you off this
morning.
time. Morning, mate. It's like past midday. Come on, get your act together.
Luca looks at me. He goes like midday, man. It's 9:30.
Isn't it the morning?
Oh fuck me, I'm doing well today. All right, bargain. You know, it's basically time to go back to bed. All right.
You can sleep. You can sleep on the drive back. Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking at 2 to 3 hour drive. It's not going to be too long.
I gotta start editing some videos and shit. I think it looks like I gotta do some of my own editing for a little bit, just for a couple of days.
Okay.
Come on then. We'll go jump on. Anybody want a can for the road? I got spare.
All right. Thank you.
How's it up to Nan? Cool.
Maybe next time. Thank you.
Luca will happily you start like slowly reaching toward it. Like, I mean, you're gonna offer, man.
Go, man.
We'll take road smash.
I'll like toss it to him. Yeah.
Good smash?
Taking away another smash. Road smash? Yeah.
Yeah, road smash. Cool. It's like, well, cool. Take a piss. Let's go. Gets over the vehicle and gets ready. He basically hops in and takes him a moment to basically fire up this massive choo-choo style of diesel thing, but it revs to life with ferocious power. Black smoke billowing from the stacks.
Oh, it's a sexy truck.
Was it sitting there revving? He goes inside, pretty much grabs a duffel bag, throws it in the back, grabs a couple extra canisters of chew, gets them loaded and secured in the back as well, and pretty much hops on in.
Hell yeah.
Fuck the hell yes.
Let's fucking roll.
You guys all get loaded in, hit the road, and he will literally take off like a bat out of hell. There's only two modes, foot all the way down or foot not on the pedal at all.
I think it's safe to say Johnny got significantly more loaded than any of us.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Road smash and
What you did.
Road smash in one hand, driving down, flooring it. You guys take off. You are kicking sand and dirt behind you, creating an absolute whale of shit as you guys just barrel away from camp, hop on the road, and go.
Yeah, baby.
And he very much and he's got such a nonchalant, he'll chit chat with you guys, and very much he's driving without really seeming to care or pay attention to the road in front of them. At this point, JJ, you've been around him enough. He's got cyber hands. He's got actually a smart. He's got actually a smart grip in his hands. His steering wheel is actually a smart based interface. So as long as he has one hand on the wheel, he can actually interface with his vehicle without needing actual interface jacks. So he very much be driving, will turn around, look at you guys, keep driving, just very much a savant behind the wheel of his vehicle.
The kind of nomad I aspire to be.
Pretty cool.
JJ's genuinely impressed.
And you
This
guys,
guy's good at fucking driving, isn't he?
oh yeah, he's the pseudo leader of his nomad group of the actual Chrome
Right.
Snakes at Sky Mesa. He also comes from a family of nomads. So he has very much been in the nomad scene his entire life. He's now in his early 20s. Um, he is a,
Yeah,
I
he's
spent
gonna be
it,
learning how to drive as soon as he learn how to walk. Like,
yeah, I gave him the same starting package I gave you guys, and then made the nomad NPC for you. So he is an actual tune.
Yeah. So, I,
Yeah, what you
I'm
got?
impressed with his driving. I think I'm keeping my eyes on any like I want to track for any kind of like drones in the. Every once in a while, I'm looking up and looking for any like drones in the air or any because I don't think anyone's going to be able to follow us by vehicle, basically. He's going pretty fast. He seems to know what he's doing, where he's going. No one's going to follow us by vehicle or really cut. He's probably not going to get cut off or get trapped anywhere, in my opinion. So I'm going to focus on the air to see if we're getting tracked by anyone periodically. Maybe a drone would be fast enough to track us or something like that. That would be in the sky. So that would be where I would focus my attention slightly more than just looking all over the place.
Okay. The rest of you guys on the way back? Just hanging out, maybe lightly napping.
Vertex is absolutely gonna have a nap. They're just kind of gonna sprawl across their seat and fall asleep on Non's shoulder.
oh, Nan feels really cool.
I think we'll also probe
Oh.
for some more information regarding amoebas. Nothing specific, but just like get the whole backstory down on record more for Lucia when we reconnect with her. Um,
True.
maybe that's more Johnny's thing, but yeah, try. I think
No, you're good, man.
asking some more detective based questions or whatever to help drill down and get some names and locations and such. Like
What?
specifically,
Ooh. Yep, we are having some buffering issues. It seems to be a Twitch issue, but you guys let me know if it keeps going on. Amoebus, he starts to explain as he driving back, at this point over halfway down the smash. It's like, Amoebus approached my dad. They had a business deal trying to actually, they wanted to help the family out at Salt Lake, try to actually help us with our land acquisition problems we were having. Dad's got a lot of money. He wanted to invest it in land because, God only knows what happened to most of the owners anymore. Amoebus offered to help him. Didn't wanted to actually do it extremely on the cheap, and corporations helping people get land on the cheap. He says, nah, that just don't float, homie. And and we started making a lot of money real quick, even acquire a lot of lands that have just been gridlocked in either lost titles in, the system or just, you couldn't find anything on. They were Amoebas greased the wheels and got everything moving far quicker than I think they should have, all things considered, and made me wondering what kind of questionable means. 3 months later, the only thing they wanted in payment instead of the amount my father agreed with them on, they just wanted like a couple hundred acres of land out by the mountains. It was pretty shitty land, to be honest. The lower basin, floods occasionally and stuff. Very very land of very little value to us. They wanted to set up a shop, have a training facility and shit. And ever since my father agreed to that, that entire area of land is off limits for fear of death. And my father doesn't care. When you take the, go ahead. Sorry.
What do you think they're doing up there?
I was like, I don't know. I can't get close enough to
No
find any.
ideas.
Considering the amount of hardware they brought in and the amount of construction they've done, I'm pretty sure they built some kind of installation.
Who else are they? Yeah, I guess who else are they working with, or who's building their stuff? You see anything
all
biotechnic in there? You see any?
all Amoebas brand facility stuff. Which is really weird. I've never heard of this company. I've found little bits of information of them overseas, but until recently. Nah, this mid-level conglomerate is new in the North American market.
Hmm.
And their employee composition, a lot of Asians by
No,
chance? No.
no. It's like the one person I remember seeing at the house was about as generic American. Like he stops and thinks, he's like just like remember in like you see some like the older clips of him, like the big fat balding sweaty kind of like sports fan, but throw that in basically a corporate guinea suit and
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. JJ will agree. Um, so you don't think they're backed by any other corp? Like you don't see them working with anyone else? What's your theory? What do you think? You've had nights to ponder this over, sleepless night. What have you come up with? What's your craziest theory that you can't prove?
Yeah,
It's like
what do you think is going on?
yeah. I think it's somebody from probably an overseas market trying to actually get a leg in up in this area. He's like, I've done a little bit of searching on them in like the Night City and stuff, and Amoebas has an office there. They rent a small three-story office space building in the executive zone, and apparently from last time I was there, it's mainly a temp agency front kind of building for hiring people. It's not used as their main corporate office. It's too vacant, and if that's the only
Which
press, yes,
which see.
which see.
You don't think it could be Sokka backed Alaska?
Sokka's still, currently still not actually allowed to, have an operational office inside of Night City. Uh,
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
Good.
that's what. Yeah.
okay, it's like now I know, reading some of the date, some of the media stuff this morning. It's like I know that's apparently possibly changing and stuff, but I mean, I know, if word on the streets anything, what it is. I know Tiger Claws and Arasaka are kind of a thing, but Arasaka likes its brand recognition. It's either they don't want you to know it's involved with anything, or they want you to know it's involved with them. They're not a company, at least in my opinion. He's like, I'm not that old, but he's like, I don't think that's one of the companies like to operate under false flags. Militech's a different story. Like I could see them operating under a false flag, but there's no weapons in this, so I don't think Militech.
Look, darling, as long as we're talking Pacific, not Atlantic, I'm Gucci. But look, we've also gone from silver to gold, so we're quids in.
Can I do some sort of
What he said.
like? Can I use deduction or some sort of skill to try to figure out what megacorp might have come up with Amoebas for some sort of agricultural project or something like that? Like I'm thinking maybe Biotechnica or something, but um, maybe there's one that I don't know as a player that JJ might, I guess.
Absolutely. Please go ahead and roll. Um,
Deduct
I'll
that.
give I'll give you deduction.
I'm going to apply 1 point of luck to this roll. Did it roll? Oh, there we go. Ah, nice.
Boom. That was a pretty good roll.
Nice.
20. I feel like we should say
Hey,
say our
solid.
rolls. Oh, they're in the chat. Never mind.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, in
Yeah,
the...
yeah, they are on the overlay as well. Yeah.
Um, you know, but man, Biotechnica really does seem like the obvious bet. Okay, it's always going to seem like I mean, they care about land acquisition, soil samples, growing new things. Every part of this screams Biotechnica, um, unless it is something from an overseas market. And if it is something from like an overseas group or anything else, that really does kind of make things a little bit harder per se. Um,
Silv oil maybe or something like that that might want to grow.
of the major ones and everything else, yeah. These are the companies that predominantly out of the Night City area. If it's a company utilizing Amoebas as a front that doesn't normally do things in Night City, then it doesn't make sense for need of for any of the big power ones that you would expect in Night City.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's still kind of, it's kind of up in the air there. With that kind of role, though, there is quite a few. The overseas market in different sectors, South Asia, Europe, and just all of the European theater kind of area, um, South America, Africa have a lot of and different kinds of boons going on. Mainly the Africa area is just phenomenal, really. Even a bit of Asia, Singapore, and everything else. This isn't Lenco or any of the like companies you've heard predominantly making waves overseas. Any of their motifs, like Lenco is very much cybertech, net running goods, programs, communications. None of this seems like their MO. Sava oil, anything like that? No. Maybe something out of like one of the like the undersea colonies or like a float colony, maybe, but their biggest importance Amoebas does seems to really care about soil samples and regrowing things. So maybe it's a company trying to stay under Biotechnica's radar because they're trying to be Biotechnica competition. Um, without a little bit more information on some of the overseas places, it's kind of hard to say. Now, Lucia, since you guys were all friends with her, um, she does come from overseas, just like Ty. Amoebas sounds very questionable to her, and that's why she decided to hang back to do more digging because she is more familiar with this kind of name and group. And if she finds anything on it based off of her overseas knowledge or accumulated knowledge that her and Johnny Fox have accumulated due to their shared goals and interests, she is going to let the group know. It seems like we're having Twitch issues of like just buffering issues constantly today. Is when it's Twitch use is what it seems like. But
Yeah, mine's freezing and unfreezing constantly.
that's
Think
what
that's
mine's
on
doing.
Twitch or on us?
Yeah.
I've never had
You
this
should be able to
issue.
tell if you look at
Such a
the streaming software.
I have OBS pulled up right here on this screen. I've got Twitch pulled up on my laptop over here, and I've got your guys' game pulled up here. So,
Alright,
and
but like we're talking left rather than right. That's what we're thinking.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
We're thinking like left over right, right?
Yes.
Like left over right, correct?
I'm sorry. Could you just tell me what you're what do you say? You're saying left over right. But
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do
yeah.
what do you
Izquierda
mean by-
no derecha. Well, I want to know what seawall we're referring to, but it sounds more Pacific than Atlantic, right?
Yes. No, this is definitely more Atlantic than Pacific.
Oh fuck.
Okay. That's
That's
why
the bad one, man.
Yes, that's why Lucia decided to hang back because it sounds very familiar of things over on the other side of the Atlantic and not on the other side of the Pacific.
Do I need a moon suit and to start drinking my own piss, or are we good?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll see what happens.
Good. All right. Well, that's something.
Okay. So,
What strikes me
One more
is that
question,
these.
Luca. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. What strikes me is that these fucking Amoebas guys, they seem too clean. You know? I mean, everybody knows it's impossible to make an honest buck in NC. And for the life of us, we can't think of anything these Amoebas guys have done wrong. That is a problem.
Wait, aren't they a corporation?
yeah, the name of their corporation is Amoebas.
Yeah, cool. So there's one thing they've done wrong.
They don't got a good corporate name.
They're just a corporation. I mean, fucking strike one.
I mean, yeah, all corps are bad. We know that, but like,
This corp is
can't really
clean,
think of
too
any-
clean.
yeah, they're too clean. They're too squeaky.
You pick up
Doesn't
on
sit
any
right
other
with me.
you pick up on any other languages used around their stuff, Luca? You ever get close enough for any of that? You ever hear anyone talking about them using any other languages other than English?
All communication is done with an English format. Even anybody I've talked to very much seems like I'm talking to an AI. But even communication gone through, I mean, I can clearly tell in chat-based communication, updates, and reports, I'm clearly talking to a human. But anytime I've had to make an actual video call with them, it sounds like I'm talking to, Chat 404.
JJ, do you remember if I speak any other languages?
No, I don't.
Right.
Johnny, shouldn't you know if you speak any other languages?
I'll be honest with you right now. Like a little over the fiddle. So I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it'll come back to me if I do. Probably once I hear it, I'll sink
Johnny
right back
Bailey
in.
was Johnny.
I mean, Johnny, maybe
I
I
only
could
speak
just
the
get a look
Queen's
of
fucking English. You know what
get
I
a
mean?
look.
Like, I barely understand you lot most of the time.
Likewise. I yeah,
So,
my character has a British accent and has trouble understanding you sometimes, I think.
Isn't the queen dead?
um,
Well,
so
some of them.
Well,
Not
long-
all.
you guys should, you
She's the
guys,
one from Suits.
I think that that
Um,
Nan, while all this is happening, is trying to like
No,
resolve.
no, no. All right.
Sorry, is trying to resolve the picture that we got of the Fury's AV, because if we can get that, that's at least a lead.
Mhm.
So yeah, Nan's gonna be like, Luco, well, the Furies were after you, right? That's why they hit the Sky Mesa camp.
currently the best I could think of, yeah. I mean, a bunch of people killing people, asking where's Luco seems like he kind of says,
Well, it seems that you looking into Amoebus has ruffled some feathers, huh?
I would say so, yes.
So do I have the actual picture? Or do I need to get it from Luco?
Now you guys have the picture. That was
Right.
given. That is group propriety. Now,
Is
you
there any like tech roll I could make that would be like to kind of gather this information from the picture and identify the make, model, license plate number, whatever of this AV?
Mhm. So
Human enhance.
it pretty much is. However, in order to actually clean it up and everything else, one, it's going to be a photography film roll, and two,
Oh,
there's an actual application you could technically get off the garden. Like you could have got it before you left the camp. If not, you wouldn't have had it in transit. It's a 50 eddy application that helps with video editing software stuff.
okay. And it's gonna be a photograph roll. It's not any tech roll. I can't. It's not like a digital. This is a physical.
Okay, it is a digital photo. It requires it requires film editing skills to be here. That's going to be your best skill to use. If you want to use basic tech, that's fine. I'm just going to make the DV higher.
All right. I
Well,
think I will do better with it being basic tech and a higher DV than photography, photo and video. Where even is that skill?
Tech.
Oh wait, there's a search function.
It's also under tech.
Yeah, yeah, it's also under tech. Yeah, no, I don't have that. So I think I'd rather do basic tech and try to resolve it that way. Do I still need this app?
Okay. In your case, no, since you're basically trying this from a completely different method. No.
Okay.
Um, you're basically choosing to take the hardest option possible.
Yeah, I'm trying
However,
to find like some sort of digital signature.
but with
like
your tech stuff, that'll probably balance out most likely because
we'll
of
see.
your.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Yeah, so like using my tech scanner, she's like
Hmm.
taking this photo and plugging in and trying to
Uh,
resolve.
you guys do have 1+2 left in case you want to utilize it.
I'll take the +2 on this guy. Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, if you fail, you're not going to make the picture worse.
Right.
Nice.
As a 27 total, that the +2 is factored into that number.
I can see that. Thank you. Well, even with increasing the difficulty and then having to increase it again, yeah, you make it. Because double check here.
Yeah, she's just like,
Yeah. It is still going to take you pretty much the entire drive back, but
that's fine.
even with raising the difficulty to up because of these things and making it 24, you're good. By the time you guys roll into Night
Got it.
City,
You guys, I got it. What do I? Is there anything I find out, or just like kind of have the vehicle's identification number?
for the purpose, the only thing you find out, which is important, But yeah, you have the complete identification number of the AV.
Nice.
Okay, with this, literally a lawman or somebody could go, access the NCDPD pool or anything else and try to basically do a vehicle search on this to get to garner
Yeah.
information.
Find who is
Oh,
registered to.
Where are we
Blah,
gonna
blah,
get one of those at this hour?
I'll do that once we reach back, like once we're back in the service zone.
So this is actually about the point in time that man completes, this like I've got it.
blah.
All your, you literally come over the last hill and see, and see right there, 5 miles out or whatever, Night City, and all your phones start to blink back alive with agent, access to the actual Night City garden patch data pool, Night City connections. Upon doing so, you all have messages. There's a group message to each person from a contact by the name of Mickey the Mouth.
Hey, Mickey.
It's not an actual like call. It's like it's just a communication blip he sent you guys. Opening it up, it's like, hey, I heard from Luco this morning. By the time you guys get this, you guys should be pulling back into Night City. Congratulations. I really appreciate you guys doing this for me. If I can do anything else to help out while you're babysitting, your payday, let me know. Here is access to an account I've set up in your name. It's with the Night City, Night City Credit Union. And you will immediately see you have access to it. You have user ownership, and each of you have gained 4,000 eddies. With a and then the final bit of like the tag on it is like a person willing to do the job for 2,000 eddies, knowing it's probably going to be a shitty day, is obviously going to willing to do it for 4K. You guys showed some initiative, and I've heard some stories about what you guys did. From me to you, thank you. If you're free this Sunday, stop by for food. We could talk about some future business opportunities, but I consider you all my brothers at this point. So if I could do anything to help you, let me know. The second bit of messages, you guys, for all of you sharing a house, you will have a message about this from Magnavox, letting you know that somebody this morning dropped off. Apparently, you guys want a daily supply of fresh fruit for the next 10 days. So that's weird.
Like us.
JJ, you have a message from your wife talking about, this platter of fresh fruit isn't going to make up the fact that with all the hours you've been fucking working. The shoes kind of help though, and it's actually a designer pair of shoes that the lady in red was wearing.
Have I got any messages from JJ's wife?
No, sadly not as of yet. But yeah, there's a message from your wife talking about basically, and you can very quickly deduct this. Mickey is giving you guys basically a part of basically 10 days worth of fresh fruit, fresh meals, as part of your bonus. And because you asked, and you guys did a good job, he covered sending your wife a fancy pair of shoes, trying to help out things with your home life.
Appreciated. I sent him an extra message that I owe him one for the shoes. She loves the shoes, basically.
Okay, you're pretty much a thumbs up, a back from Mickey. It's like, I mean it when I say your family. Hopefully we can do some more work, and I can really make you guys to get you guys set up so you never have to worry about nickel and dime jobs ever again.
Wouldn't that be great?
On your character sheets, though, you can input 4,080 gain, 4,080 gain per person.
Yeah.
That is not a
Per freaking person.
per free. As a note, you guys just moved like $7 million eddies in chew
Yeah, true.
to the Sky Mesa. That also
Oh,
covers a
shit.
lot of stuff that they move back and forth for the Mafia, which also makes basically, it's part of a long scheme of people making money to make money to make money. But you guys didn't try to screw them. You guys did a job. You never even questioned the can we run off with this? And even Mickey hasn't even heard about the nature of the job yet. He heard only what Luco heard after talking to you guys. So, but yes, you have Mickey as a contact. Also, at this moment, I will cover more on this later. You all get basically Corpo rank 1. as for to signify your rank in the mafia. I have modified a corpo role rank
Yay.
for you guys that will be correlation to your mafia capabilities of people what you can call on and what you can utilize from the mob. By doing this job for Mickey, you and Mickey.
If anybody ever wants a translation of what I'm saying, just roll for it. It's fine.
You're the Shakespeare of our generation, man.
Shakespeare had nothing on me.
Okay, everything should be back up.
Beautiful overlay.
Actor voice. I'm in.
Awesome. I'm going to try to actually finish doing what I was doing. Whew.
So Jalen, have you started working on the next Delta Green session?
There's a couple ways I could go. I guess it kind of, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been reading things, so yes.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a couple ways we could go. I could run. So I had ran the one we did yesterday once before.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
yeah, it went pretty differently though.
Oh, really? Oh.
I mean, not
better,
like,
or...
um, nobody died in either scenario, so
Okay.
it's hard to
Did
say
they...
better. Just really like kind of the paths you guys took to get there were different, and also the first time I ran it, I was running it as like a 2 or even maybe a 3 shot, so I added some things to make it like take longer.
Okay. That's interesting, because I mean, it's interesting largely because I'm not sure like what other routes we could have taken. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's like the major beats were all still there, but it was kind of the
okay,
in between that was different, just like 'cause the different characters and that kind of thing, and like the routes you
they didn't have such a good doctor.
that they did not.
I did
Good
feel
is doing a lot of heavy lifting there, but doctor for sure.
what's that? Sorry.
So you said as good a doctor, and I was like, well, good depends what you mean by good. You
Well,
were
like,
talented doctor.
I know
Good.
that. Oh, okay. So you mean, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Quite. I know that you have like at least some medical experience and expertise. So there was many times I was like, oh man, like me with none, just pretending to be a doctor here. So
Well, I would
understood
say
my
that
shit.
I don't have any
But
medical expertise, but definitely some experience in
I
in
think
being EMT. Like I've taken a lot of people who are having heart attacks, for example. Like
I I would guess, and this is just a guess, that you have enough expertise to be at that point where you know there's a hell of a lot that you don't know,
yes,
which is
definitely.
way more than most people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that what is that curve called? The like
Oh, the
I
Dunning-Kruger.
never remember. Is that the one, Dunning
like
Kruger,
the Dunning Kruger.
where you're smart enough to know that you actually don't know anything? Yeah. But I think your knowledge in comparison to most is probably a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I was gonna go to paramedic school this year, but then because I hurt my back and everything, and I was already kind of late on the application process, I'm just gonna defer it to next year. But I can't wait
As
to
long as you're
learn
happy to like
more.
just hold my hand and like
Yeah, of
lead
course.
me along the medical stuff,
No, of
you know.
course. Yeah, no. I mean we're. I mean that's what role playing is. Like none of us are true experts at what we're putting forth. So it's like, yeah, it's perfect.
Just a load of people pretending.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll probably have to relog into Foundry, guys. I'm sorry, my main system crashed.
You
So
are fine.
That's
I
all good.
already logged back in, and we're good.
Reload. I don't know if I need to, but I'm gonna reload. No.
I love this song,
Um,
Fuzzball Parade. Yeah, you should reload. If not, you're probably looking at a fake. screen.
Yep.
Yeah, the incomplete tech, whatever how you pronounce the site, open source, non-copyright music. Roll20 actually has the entire site linked, so
Yeah,
um,
it's like right
Oh,
through
cool.
there.
so yeah,
Can
it
you
was
send me a link? What's
I
it called?
incomplete tech. It's spelled really weird. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Okay, cool. As most things are these days.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's all
Can we
open
call
source music. It's what Roll20 utilizes. So once I realized I could just go to the website and download the music myself, it made it really easy to be like, oh, well, I already got a bunch of music. It's like, yeah, let's do this.
I'm still listening to my own. I'm sorry. Don't hear me.
I don't. I, if you're more comfortable listening to your own music and everything else, please do.
Oh, it helps me get into the Fox mindset a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. There's a decent collection of music, but some things I'm probably going to reutilize a whole lot because it's either good intermission music, or I really like this for a combat vibe. I just think this is it's got a good synth wave that really has a cyberpunk feel to it, but I don't want any of that music to get old or repetitive.
Yep.
Well, we'll have a chance to chit chat here because we're on break. Yeah, you guys enjoying yourselves? Have any questions so far?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
My only question is, what am I going to buy with all this ridiculous money that I got?
Well,
Right?
luckily,
Thank you.
yeah, luckily your guys' rent next month is kind of quote unquote paid, but you guys are behind. In theory, for those of you who are behind, the payday from bringing in the kid is going to help with that. In other people's case, like JJ, um, bringing in the kid is pretty much his monthly expense almost.
Oh,
Bas-
sorry, I'm still listening in. I do have a question though. When you
Yeah.
get to it, which is you said we got corpo rank 1 or like exec
Mhm.
rank 1. Is that
Mhm.
is
That is
that the actual role, or is this a separate thing you're using?
so it's basically a modified version of that role. I'm going to get it put into the system for you guys, so you can utilize this for later. I just want only to let you
Okay.
guys know now because it is a sense of let me refresh my camera. Um, in case you guys want to utilize it for any type of point of contact. It is you need an extra ride, you need a little bit extra muscle or something. You can, if you were to try to think of it yourself in terms of a like, what can I do as a rank 1 exec or corpo? Can I do the same thing? It does kind of translate a little bit like that. Okay, fine. Let me just close my camera again.
I'm on mute. I've been talking on mute. So do we get a members only jacket then?
No, they don't do technically a members only jacket.
I have a members only jacket. It's not for a club.
Now you will actually get what you will actually get in the coming weeks and everything else is your corporate is your mafioso attire. Think of it as a fancy suit.
We have to wear it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know about this. Like getting gifts from mafia guys, like that's obviously the gifts are nice, but it usually implies that like you owe them something.
Hmm.
Can
And
I
like
just
I
send
know
them a
we just
link
like we
to
just
buy me
did
different clothes?
a job. Yeah. But it's like, they send you clothes. It almost sounds like it's like almost seems
Okay.
rude to not wear them.
So, however you want to think about it, above table is great. Um,
Yeah.
with your characters is great. Above table, here's legit. Mickey has people he can't trust. The last 2 shipments of this got destroyed. You guys got the job to succeed. A lot of things in the back work of this job in terms of like the corporate contacts, how they can just steal this tanker of chew and bring it back, falsify the paperwork and everything else. There's a lot of people involved with this scheme that they got going on. The main guy who was in charge of it died because of the numerous failures. So Mickey's in a weird spot in terms of a mafioso. He needs people he can legitimately trust and be able to give hardcore work and know it will get done with. You guys proved yourself. He wants to reward you to keep you guys around and keep you guys doing jobs with him because, in the truest sense, he wants you all to be members of his family.
Right.
Okay.
That's cool.
Now, should you guys be worried to a certain degree and everything else? I mean, I'm not telling you not to be by any means. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like when you become a member of a mafia's family, like that makes you a mafia. It's like
Okay.
you don't want out.
Okay. Now, you guys haven't gone through any type of official ceremony yet.
Yeah.
So this is all just, talking. This is all just talk in cheek. However,
Can I set up a private meeting with him?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Are we back?
Yeah, like I said, you guys are. Yeah, hey, we're back. Okay, break's over. I just switched us back over.
Hey.
Doesn't appear like we have so much of a buffer and everything else, so all this is getting squared away. You guys are just outside of Night City, and where you go from here is completely up to you. So, yes, you can send Mickey a message. Like he already invited you guys over for Sunday dinner with him.
He invited for Sunday dinner. What day is it currently? Sorry.
Thursday.
Thursday.
All right, I will definitely try and get a meeting with him before that.
You can come by now if you want.
I would like to make sure rent is paid on our building.
Well, you guys still have the 50K outstanding. However, that's the outstanding. You guys as a group, as I said earlier, have your next month's rent there. That's paid.
Oh, okay.
You only need to worry about back rent at the moment, and that's more of a plot device than anything else.
Okay. Thank God for plot device rent. I wish that's how my real rent in real life
Yeah.
went.
No, but per Cyberpunk Red books, you guys always start with your first month's rent paid, and I wanted that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have a
Gotcha.
story involved with your guys' building and everything else, and just the idea of shit was still going on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Makes the world feel
yeah.
more lived in for our listeners.
Yeah, I feel the pressure of having to pay 50,000 eddies in back rent.
Oh wait, we only owe 50,000.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh.
Only.
I was just wondering.
Is money
I still
different
got-
across the pond?
Hold on.
I don't remember
Yeah.
from my
left over
childhood.
my starting
It's got
cash.
pretty little ladies on it with crowns.
Guys, hold on a second. Quiet. Vertex, go ahead. You had a question.
Sorry. I was just thinking. I still got 10K left over from my starting cash that I never really found a use for.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if I just threw it at the landlord?
Yeah, 100%. If you want to deduct that out of your system of things now, it is 100% fine.
All right. Well, that reduces our 50K down to 40K, which makes our lives easier.
40 is lower than 50. But it's still a lot of fucking money. I thought,
Basically the same.
What money do you suddenly not get insulted by somebody throwing it at you? Thinking about this, if I'm
What?
I think it depends on the person, but that's a very good question. $45.
I understand the question.
For me, the answer is $50.
50
If
bucks.
somebody
Okay.
throws $50 at me,
Like
anything
happy.
less than 50, I'm gonna be like, I will take this, but I will be very insulted by it.
Yeah, it's a little.
If
The
it's $50
delivery
more,
method
I'll be
was a
like,
little
oh, thank you
rude.
very much. Would you like to try that again?
Oh, for people like no, I don't get it.
How much?
Like
What's the
literally
minimum?
throwing
Or
money at
sure,
you.
I'll sing you a song.
Like-
he's saying he's gonna throw money at his landlord. I'm actually like a landlord in real life. My tenant threw 10K at me. Might be kind of insulting, but it's also a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, like how much would you really mind?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't tend to throw money at me. Actually, just like underwear more than anything.
Oh, that's what Johnny's used to. Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
That's the campaign contribution.
Any point in time, though, you guys want to stop by the pizzeria to see Mickey. He's almost always there or in the neighborhood. He basically says, drop you a line. He'd be happy to talk to you.
I
Um,
want to
I'm
just hit Luca up before we go our separate ways, and I'll just lean forward, get a little bit too close, but you know, like in a like boarding school kind of way. Um, hey, Treacle, where you going?
I'm going wherever you guys think is going to be the best place to get info on this.
All right, gotcha. Well, I gotta go see a little somebody about something, you know, man about a dog, horse
Okay,
about horse about a dog, horse about man,
I'll take you there if you
one
want.
of those little things. Um, he like looks around the truck. All right, yeah, decent. The rest of you coming too? Because, like, no offense to you, but I want you to stay outside if that's the case.
I have to go see my Ripper about a few things, but give me a call whenever, and I will hook up with you guys later.
I
Whoa.
yeah.
Let's drop you off first, darling. I don't want you wandering the streets alone.
You know I'm good. Let's be real here.
I know
People
you're
get one
better
look
than
at
good,
this,
which is
and
why I
they'll
want to
like
make sure I know where
run
you
their
are.
fingers down their six pack, and they'll like play it like a like washboard. They'll be like, people get one look at this, and they know that I am not to be fucked with. Fucked? Maybe. Fucked with? Mm-mm.
That
Would
vertex.
you
They're so
would
cool.
you would you do me, you know, little flavor and let me drop you off?
Well, as a note,
Uh,
as a point of contention here, you are on the outskirts of town. You walking anywhere is going to take a while, even using public transit. Um, if
They have skate
if
feet.
if Luco is going to Little Europe, Little Italy, which is on the northern part of the old combat zone, just in like you see where six is, yeah, that's basically the area we're talking here. Okay, he's literally driving there. You can get it dropped off anywhere easily on the way and go wherever you want.
yeah, I'll take a ride.
Okay,
There we go, darling. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I consider it a favor.
I just want to get back to my workshop. Got
uh,
some ideas.
well, as you live in Haywood, you'll get dropped off at home first.
Kidding.
Okay, on the way between your guys' place in Haywood and Little Italy, Vertex will get dropped off somewhere to go see the Ripper. I'm guessing JJ and Johnny then are going to stick together as terms of go here to talk to him and probably continue on from there.
What's your story, JJ?
Most likely I'd stick with him, but I am a cop. I might fuck up his show.
The other thing is that our best lead on Amoebus is this vehicle that so which JJ will have best access to finding like the information on.
We have two. You also have Rails Body Shop, and
True.
just outside the old combat zone.
Very true.
All right. Well,
I'll stick with. Go ahead.
all right, sure, my dear little Treacle, my little baby doll. If I'm off to see the mouse himself, you might want to look after Luca while I'm having a little chinwag.
I don't like a lot of that verbiage or noun usage from you, but I will look after Luca. Good thing.
The fuck is a noun? I'm not
Politics, am I right?
religious.
You've
Oh,
all right. So Nan, you'll get dropped off at home. As a point of note, there are quite the contingent of people, in more so in the neighborhood, and a lot of disreputable people eyeing your guys' building or keeping an eye on it, but nobody stops you from getting in. Nobody makes any type of nefarious note. You will find Magnavox on the couch still, literally hot and heavy in ELO trading cards. Magnavox being solo friend of yours. He only has two more days on the mend before he can actually get back to work. And he's trading ELO cards online, as he has
What
like
cards? Sorry.
Alpha Line's online trading cards.
Oh,
He has quite the
right.
collection of shoe boxes, enough to literally fill a mattress in ELO cards, foiled. Some are, signed, some are first and limited edition print, like total, like invested all of his money either into Chrome or cards. He still lives off of kibble and the worst of necessities. But yeah, he's hot and heavy in selling cards. He's actually got about $3,200 he's made towards background off of selling some of his collection.
What's up, Magnavox?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Uh, uh, does he say brother intentionally, even
Yeah,
though I'm? Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm not your brother, Magnavox, but it's good to see you.
You're my brother from a different mother, and you know that.
Whatever you say, Magnavox. You feeling better?
Oh,
Gonna be
well,
on your feet soon.
yeah. 2 more days. Just got to keep taking these meds. I can.
All right. Anything happened while we were gone?
Well, somebody threw
Or should
some
be back later.
bricks and knocked out some of our windows, telling us to move out. I've seen a lot of those.
Wait. Did the bricks come through the windows that were already knocked out?
No. They
Oh,
for
God,
actual.
fucking damn it.
No, apparently it's the same kids trying to knock out the entire set of 9 there.
Ugh. Well, it looks
It's
better without a window anyway.
right. It's more annoying when they miss. I just have to keep hearing the thunk of the bricks off the wall, but it's all good. It's all good.
My workshop, as long as they didn't hit my workshop.
Nah. You're all good, Choom. You're all good.
Yeah, I think my workshop's like in the basement anyway. There's like no way that
Mm-hmm.
they...
Far side of what used to be the mechanics area for in part of the under area of like the mechanics lifts. They have some have an under area to work on cars. Yeah, you pretty much took one of those
Yeah.
paces down there because you could throw a rug under it, pretend I'm not even here.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a great place for a workshop.
So
Yeah, so she's just gonna head down there and just like her workshop is also, I think, her bedroom.
mhm.
She's like, it's not a big bed or anything. It's just kind of like she's not really, she doesn't really love like creature comfort. She's not a person of comfort, creature comfort. She just like loves
Minimalist.
her comfort is her, yeah, her comfort is her shop. And so just being surrounded by, have you guys ever seen Adam Savage's like YouTube channel and his workshop?
Mhm.
It's insane.
Yep.
It's like mine isn't that big, but it is that like cluttered and crazy. It's like he's got just anything you could ever want is like in a drawer somewhere in his workshop, and mine's not quite so set up, but it gives that impression. Uh, and she just kind of like chill, lays back on her couch, and I imagine like above her couch she has those like articulatable arms that like hold little like microchips and other pieces of equipment so you can like work on them. And she just like brings them over her on the couch and just starts getting to work,
Okay.
fixing things up.
Just as a point of like, so I can keep track for time passing. I'm guessing this is pretty much what you're going to do until either somebody gets you or something happens. What are you working on?
Yeah, so she is working on a modification for her crossbow. Um, she wants to see if she can give it any repeating quality and be able to like shoot more than once, mechanically speaking, potentially shoot more than once in a round or something like that. I'm not really sure. I haven't really like thought it out, but something like that, some like repeating property.
Okay. Um, Once you get past the 50% point of modifying a weapon, in my world, how I view it, the weapon is in too many different pieces at that point to be actually utilized as a weapon. So depending on the
Gotcha.
time the upgrade actually takes, you may want to plan around that because like
Yeah, I mean, I just got
pulling the weapon.
4,000 eddies, so I can get a backup cyber
Hmm.
gear. You know what I mean? But or
Yeah.
backup crossbow. I don't know why I said cyber.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're replacing like the trigger or adding a different recoil mechanism or housing mechanism, you have got to take the weapon apart to add these things. There's a certain
Yeah.
point in the process.
No, yeah, you're 100% right.
And I would say it's after the 50% point because at 50% you either know whether or not your roll is successful and get to keep going,
Right.
or you fail and have to restart. But
Makes sense.
because we haven't got a chance to talk about techie things yet, please keep this in mind. If
yeah,
you want,
makes sense. I was wanted to like look at the rules and just see like what that something like that would be.
Well, go ahead and look that up, and I'm going to actually get through get everyone else's stories progressing. If you have an outline of what you want with it, please post it in Discord for the techie upgrade guidelines in terms of proposed changes, and I will get back to you here in a moment.
Sounds good to me.
Cruising along, cruising along. Let's see. That's right. Let's get back into this so I get my roll table. As you guys make it through Haywood, Vertex, where do you want to get dropped off? Do you want to get dropped off close to your Ripper dock, far enough away that you could kind of take a scenic walk? What is your plan?
I think I want to get dropped off kind of near. Actually, I think I'll just get dropped off at Hornet's Pharmacy.
Okay.
Cyberware installed, and then do some shopping as well.
Okay. They will drop you off close to Hornet's Pharmacy, and take off from there. It is since Hornet's Pharmacy's debut in 2045, it has definitely closed down a lot of either Ripper clinics, docks. It has had a impactful effect in the resounding, either shops, clinics, or things like that in kind of a 3 block city radius of here. Hornet has become pretty much the predominant place. It's expanded. It's several buildings, some of them even multi-story, to really help the extra flow of either people coming in or make space for holding on to goods, workshopping things, etc. It is a much more bustling scene than as described in the 2045 era.
All right.
Uh, upon you getting onto the scene, as a fun little note, give me a perception check, please.
Perception check. Okay. I'm pretty good at perception, especially after the skills that I bought before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 20.
As you get dropped off, a couple blocks away due to traffic limitations and road stuff, and you watch Luco and Johnny and JJ all take off. Um,
Hi guys.
about a block away, not towards Hornets the way you guys came, you'll notice a two-person camera team actually outside of a building. They're trying their best to blend in and not seem conspicuous, but it's clear from that perception check that they are out front of this building, seem to be stalking somebody hot on a case. Roll me a d10.
1d10.
1d10.
5.
At this moment, you notice them just as a person comes out, and they immediately rush the person, obviously hot and heavy, trying to ask for interview, case study, story, something that's too far away to completely make out all the details of what's going on. All you can see is this in the city, about a block away. Um, you can see the conflict and everything else. You can't make anything out of it. It's clear, though, that the media team is sporting a little bit of stuff, and in terms of weapons and equipment, nothing really flashy or anything else. It's clear, though, as one of them pulls out a gun and pretty much points at the guy after pretty much the person in question came out of the building and got angry of being rushed by these people and shoved one of the reporters. It's clear they're having some kind of argument over there, but by the time you get there, who knows to say at what stage of it's going on. More or less something unusual you notice inside the city.
Can I try and shoot the gun out of the guy's hand?
I mean, like I said, it's a couple city blocks away, so you would have to get closer unless you roll just amazing.
I have a fantastic idea. This is either going to go really well or really badly.
Okay.
I'm going to pump all of my luck into that shot.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
And are there any plus 2s that I could steal?
Currently, no, there is not. Unless I
Really?
missed something, there's only been the 2
No,
given so far today.
No, no. You're right. I don't see them, but somebody gave us a bunch earlier.
Yeah, those.
One OG Warlock gave us a.
I don't see them in chat anymore, but I swear I'm not making it up.
I'll be nice and say there's
I think
one.
Do they
he gave us,
disappear?
We got 4, but I think the reason that you don't see them in chat is because the stream reset.
Mm.
That'd be it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I
go plus 2.
four in that here since we.
And dump all 7 luck in there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my Teen Dream
Mm-hmm.
with a plus 15, plus 7, plus 2. That's a plus 22.
Okay, I mean,
Here we go.
oh, dude, if there was a.
If it had been a 1, that would have been hysterical.
That was a great roll, though.
Ew.
Let's see
You
here.
equip if it's a gun you have, you can just equip it and it will do it.
So it was.
Shoot-
You
shoot
said
them.
15 plus 7, right? So it was a total bonus of 22. I'm just making sure you have all your bonuses added in.
So my base is 13 plus 7 luck plus 2 for the plus 2. So for a total of
Okay.
22.
You just barely missed.
Just barely miss.
The DV was 30 at that range, 51 to 100
Jeez.
meters.
No.
Okay.
Um,
However,
Holy shit.
okay, and also keep in mind the like, yes, with a Teen Dream, and also the fact it's a called shot, so you're not counting in the -8. So,
Oh.
but yeah, you fire off a shot. Some people kind of look at you weird. It's definitely enough to cause a commotion over there to basically, one person kind of gets startled. The guy on the ground pulls a gun. There's a blap, 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 and a bunch of people are now limping away from the situation. Chaos.
Well, just gonna put my gun back in the holster, turn around, and
Head into the pharmacy.
heading into Hornet's Pharmacy. Yep.
You
I
didn't
thought
see
I
anything.
was here the whole time.
Anything that you would normally find in Hornet's Pharmacy, you'll be able to actually source here.
Alright.
The only limit would be how much of certain things you may or may not be able to acquire. Hornet's Pharmacy is it's not a hospital grade, but it's definitely clinic and mall grade. So anything under hospital grade, you can totally get here at the moment, and actually get installed as well. There are some other things that would be not necessarily in Hornet's Pharmacy that you'd be able to source here, type of things of like standard speed heals, boost, standard pharma technological style of hypos, not typical drugs. Okay, it's pharma drugs. You're not going to find black lace here. You're not going to find red lace here. You're not going to find jazz here. You're not going to find Oni. You're not going to find Green Goblin.
Didn't say anything about synth.
Okay.
Disappointed Peter
Yeah,
Parker
Sith Coke you can actually find in some vendets. So
Approach anyway.
yeah, like it,
Good synth.
that's the stuff to talk about. If you start putting together a list, I'll be back in a second here to check on you. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. But at this point in time, you guys pull around the Glen, through Little Europe, and cut into the outskirts of the old city center to get into Little Italy. It takes you a moment to find parking, but as you get close and everything else, it's not too hard to actually find the parking garage. It's literally on the street. Less than 30 meters away from the pizzeria. It's the same place you guys originally left in the actual car. First hour is free in the parking garage, so as long as you don't hang out for more than an hour, it's not going to cost you anything, but it is 10 eddies an hour to utilize the garage.
Holy shit, we may as well just buy the garage. Fuck.
But yeah, Luca drops you off front and says he'll be in the parking garage. He gives you his agent's number, and you also have JJ's number. Just let us know when you're done, and we will happily.
You watching Luca?
That was the plan, yes.
Yeah, sweet. Badass. You want me to pick you anything up, babe?
Are you talking to me? 'Cause you
Yes.
talk calm.
Well, I fucking said your name right at the start of the sentence.
Sorry, mate.
Don't worry
No,
about it, babe.
I'm
We'll figure
good.
it out.
I'm good. I say taking my a bump from synth coat. I think JJ is eager to get through this to get home. He got the
Oh
message.
yeah.
So JJ's kind of playing it a little bit tight. He's eager to get through this so he can get home to the wife and his daughter.
Are you showing this? Like, are you, like physically, eager?
No, I
Is
mean
that a?
not. I mean maybe I'm showing some eagerness to get done with the job. I
Yeah.
have not let you in on the why, I suppose, but yeah.
JJ, can I roll a human perception against you? Is that
Yeah.
would you allow that?
I'm fine with that.
Raven, are you okay with me?
By all means, please don't get me involved if I don't need to be here.
Okay. Okay, it's not amazing. 16. Oh, sorry, I'm on self roll. Here you go.
So what would I be rolling?
If you're trying to hide it in any way, shape, or form, typically the role you're going to make is acting. If you
So the way I look at this is if you're trying to hide it, then oh, okay, cool. You rolled it. Yeah.
I think
Alright.
you know.
maybe a human perception if you wanted, and as another option. However you guys decided is fine. It's your scene.
I think I know enough. All I'm trying to figure out here is if he knows enough to know that you want to basically get back to your wife, which I think we've spent enough time together that
I think
he definitely knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will, as he's like leaving off, you see him walk a couple of steps away and like turn sharp on the ball of his foot as he spins around and heads back. He's like, "Shit, you want to get back to your wife, right?"
Yeah, we've been gone for 2 days. She's wondering where I've been at. Uncommon for me to be gone this long, doing this kind
Holy
of
shit, she gets like edgy after 2 days.
Well, I was not expecting to be gone this long.
When you marry someone, you're meant to see him like every day or like every like what's the time period on that?
Usually
Every
that's
36.
kind of like an everyday type of deal. Might not work
You
for
need me to
everyone.
put in a good word for you?
No, I can handle it myself.
I'll happily
Don't
come back
worry
with
about
you
me.
if you want, man, and maybe I can take I'll look after the kids for a bit or something and give you guys a bit of time to.
It's a nice offer, but no. Thanks, but no,
No?
thanks. Let's just
Alright.
let's get this done, Choom, and let's get all home for dinner tonight.
Alright, baby. Don't let that guy out of your sight. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah,
I'll bring you guys some more.
I kind of like I think I'm still behind him in the vehicle, and I kind of like bang on the back of his headrest and sort of say I've been doing a good enough job so far, haven't I?
It is true.
Is that what he says, or is he just?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And I'll just like skip down the street. There's definitely a little artificial pep in his step, if you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
As he heads in to try and find Mickey. He'll head into the pizzeria, and the moment he sees anyone that is sort of serving, he just looks him straight in the eye. One seafood special, yeah.
Okay. Big Fat Tony will totally, like look at you and give you a nod and everything else, and grab a slice, add some extra toppings and stuff to it, sticks it back in the oven for a minute or two to get it all warmed up and pretty solidified together, and go ahead and gives it to you on a disposable plate.
Sweet. Where's Mickey?
Points to the back and like reaches underneath, and you're kind of like, as he reaches underneath, you watch the door in the back open up, and then he kind of gives you a motion.
Oh, sweet. You're a babe, Tone. I'm looking for something a little like special while I'm going.
Kind of looks at you, makes a motion of like drink, or makes a motion of like nose.
Yeah, talc.
He kind of motions a little bit and like Kind of like reaches in a thing and pulls out he's got a container and he takes a moment, cleans his hands and tosses up and I assume you're asking for synth coke. Yeah. Okay. Uh, he picks up a container of like 5 like doses like with that kind of like
Yeah,
meh.
I'm down to like 9 doses now, so I need to
Yeah.
start stocking up again. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just get me whatever you got. Oh shit! If you got any like thing like a little special that's you sort that out for me, Tony. I'm gonna go have a quick chat with Mickey. But whatever you got going on, I want your hookups.
He grabs an inhaler
I'm not about that.
and hands it to you. And kind of gives it a smile.
This for me?
Yeah. He even gives you a kissy face and a wink.
This is one of those things where you think you're gonna get me hooked, and you think I'm like a pussy, and
We kind of
I'll keep coming back to you.
yeah. He kind of he totally like nods with that like yeah totally.
Well, you don't know is I'm fucking golden, and he hits it. He's
Okay.
golden.
DV17. Resist torture and drugs, please.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have told you to DV, but that's my bad.
Oh my god,
That's
Johnny's
okay,
on
that's
another
okay.
bender again, I bet. Oh, look at that, Johnny.
Fuck yeah, dude! This thing and your system just go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm,
Roll me a D4, please.
like peanut butter and synthetic
Oh, we
jelly.
don't have a dice tray.
No, do you not? R1D4 maybe? Fuck yeah. You will be under the effects of jazz for the next 3 hours. It gives you a +1 to your dexterity and cool. You feel great, like a rock star ready to go on stage, like the first cup of coffee on a cold winter day, like the perfectly toasted sandwich, ready to be eaten. You just feel amazing. Any type of like worry or problem you had just kind of melts away. Even the stress of all the bodies and stuff seems to go. You are jazzed, man. You are ready to go.
Oh, fucking damn it, DM. This is another drug I've got to take instantly now.
Yeah.
Plus 1 dex and +1 cool?
+1 dex, +1 cool. Last one D4 hours. 200 eddies.
Shit, those you know me too well. Okay. Wait, he didn't charge me for the first one though, right? That was the
That's right. First one's free. First one's free.
Yeah, first one's free.
Yeah, he's charging you for the synth coke. Okay, if you want the 5 hits of synth coke, you're gonna have to pay for that. Okay,
Yeah,
but
what is that? I can't even remember what it is.
pretty sure synth coke.
But like on the
I think it's 20 EVs per dose.
20 per or 100 for that sounds about right, but
Yes, that is correct. 20 eddies. 20 eddies a dose. 100 eddies for the whole thing. For the 5 doses.
No, he'll transfer that across.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll transfer that across. That's not there's no qualms about that. Cool. But yeah, he bounces back, enjoying his 9 in reflexes, 9 in dex, and 9 in cool right now. He's
Oh, yeah.
To this, maybe.
It's got a high DV and it's more expensive than typically other drugs. It's not unreasonable. It is definitely something a player is going to want to take constantly. And hey, it's 200 eddies every D4 hours.
I have a +16, so I still only fail that on a 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. I made a drug character. I'm in. Anyway, he balances back to Mickey. Goes in and finds him. Hey, how's it going, darling?
Mickey goes, well, ain't you just the greatest son of a bitch to see? Bring that fat ass over here and let me kiss you. Gets up off his table and comes over and he comes over and totally gives you a kiss right on the cheek and, a love tap on the ass like, oh, my boy Johnny, what can I do for you? Please have a seat.
Hey, Mickey, I got a bit of a personal question before we get into the eyes and the crosses.
Sure. He interrupts you as you say this. He waves a hand and pushes a button with a remote, and the door closes. What you got?
You ever been married?
Oh yeah, once. So let's just say death do us part, and yeah, it would have been me. It was either going to be me or her.
How often, right, did she want to see you?
Often, but only when she kind of wanted things.
Like once a week or something?
It really kind of depends. It's nice to see each other daily to kind of touch base to a certain degree, but when we start getting real busy with her, yeah, it's a thing.
That's normal.
Yeah, it's totally normal.
All right.
Apparently, significant others like having you around, like human connection, intimacy, relaxation, conversation. The longer the relationship goes, the less it's about sex. It's more about a mental intimacy, and new experiences to share in your lives.
He's genuinely like speechless right now. You see him like recoiling from this whole philosophy. It's like, holy, all right, cool.
What you
is that
think
really
about it?
necessary?
Yeah, it's. I mean, usually, sometimes other factors get involved. Some arranged marriages are still kind of a thing. You can always buy them. It was real popular in the '90s. Russian order brides. Now you can buy them from anywhere. You can go down to Jig Jig Street and get yourself an input if you wanted.
No. I was just talking about like JJ's wife, to be fair, but
Ooh, yeah, Ooh, that's a conversation for another day, my friend. I don't like talking behind people's back, but that woman,
for me,
that woman
for
is
him,
doing some stuff. Okay.
she seems like way too interested in him. You know what I mean? Like it seems unhealthy. But whatever. Like,
Needy,
that's not for me to
needy.
say, whatever.
Johnny's understanding of
Yeah.
love is amazing. A bit too
That's the reason I'm
interested.
single.
He's a politician. Love usually ends at, is paid for by the hour and usually paid for up front.
Right.
Oh no, Johnny doesn't pay. Anyway, all right.
Johnny gets free love or no love.
I'm all about wild love.
Yeah.
All right, look, Mickey. I think you and I maybe have got a little problem here.
What you got, Choom?
I got a little message saying I'm a made man or some shit.
Yeah.
What does that come with?
It's like, look. Usually we gotta get through a ceremony, okay? I gotta talk to the council of bosses and shit. That's all me problem. Don't worry about it. You need something from me, okay? If there's something I can do, because I don't want to see you. You're like a brother to me now. I wouldn't want to see my brother on the street. I want to see my brother eating terrible things, wearing terrible clothes. Walking places. I mean, yeah, it's good for exercise and stuff, but you need a way to get around or something. Be somebody. Okay, somebody.
Form of cardio, and it usually involves JJ's wife.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, what that means is, you're a person I can actually trust with actually. You're like, all nonsense aside, I trust you with the mafia's interest. I trust you with my
I
interest.
appreciate that. I genuinely, like, from the bottom of my heart, that means something to me. Really, I'll take that to the grave with me. But here's the little hiccup, right? Little snafu on the way to Timbuktu, if you will. I've got aspirations, I got dreams, I got places I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the Gunners, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm all about the 101. At some point, I want them to shake my hand, bow down maybe just a little, and call me mayor. I think you maybe know this.
She goes, if you want to be mayor, I'm willing to help make that happen. And we at the mob can help make that happen. We have a lot of public interest we can help bring behind this.
I don't doubt it for even a Mickey Mouse.
Fuck you too. Biff Buffangu, eh?
But here's the thing, right? There's going to be some tunes out there that are a little bit dim. They're not like a full wattage, you know what I mean? And they're going to think that me being in with the mob is a bad thing somehow.
Oh no. We're not gonna like publicly come out and endorse you, but Teamsters unions, public interest, public utilities, public unions. A lot of most of the construction and official union members. We have our pies in everywhere. You,
All right,
you,
darling. Well, I mean, that's good. You know, it sounds like we're singing from the same sheet. I just needed to make sure that this wasn't going to hurt my future aspirations or whatever. And obviously, my future aspirations will, sure enough, be your future profits.
oh, absolutely. It's like,
We
nah,
wouldn't want to fucking hurt those.
he's like, okay, but officially, and he'll take the time to get really in depth for about 20, 30 minutes on the nature of what it comes to being made. It's something you have to agree with, okay? There's a ceremony involved. It basically means, and you take an oath, meaning that you would basically never turn betray the mob and the mob's interests. But you also now become part of the family's interests because the family looks out and takes care for each other. There's a lot of money to be made, a lot of power to be gained, but with that comes respect, power, money, women, and anything else you could possibly want in between. But it is you do have to take an oath. Now, this isn't
happy.
Go ahead.
I'm happy saying my oath and saying my part, babe. Like, obviously, I don't want you to think here I'm sat across from you telling you point blank that I don't want your gifts. Bloody hell, I think we've got a long partnership ahead of us. I'm just saying that if your gifts are a little less subtle than they sound to be, then maybe we should be talking about a different type of partnership.
That's fair.
But it sounds like we're on the same page. We're pulling in the same direction. If my name wasn't Johnny, I'd call that to you. You know what I mean? Heave ho, Delilah.
It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on my word, Choomba. If I fucking say it, I fucking.
Oh,
mean
good.
It. All right, you need some
No,
money.
I was
You
just
need some
checking
walking around money. Like, what you want?
Oh, I mean, I'll never say no to some walk around. Your boy out the front. Wait, hang on. If I were to maybe take out a little bit of white and get, Christmassy up in here, that's all right, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. He's like, by all means.
All right, and your boy out front, he's an elf, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Smashing. I do fucking love Christmas. Red's always been my color. And green, actually. So I saw it there. All right, that stuff that he was bouncing off the walls with, that is some special bonanza,
Oh, yeah.
Go on, what's that going to set me back?
The stuff, you're talking about you show him, like, the jazz container?
Yeah.
He's like, that's 200, we make that. Got a pharmaceutical guy who takes care of it. Down in actually, down in more of the private stuff. Things I can show you later when, everyone, all parties involved. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, no, we make that. Usually about 200 eddies, what we sell it for.
Oh, baby. All right, and that's for how long? Like, if I'm going to be feeling my balls vibrate for, like, what, the next
hour? Maybe 4 hours? If it lasts more than 4 hours, I would see a doctor. But usually by that point in time, you're probably not going to care.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
I once had an erection for like 38 hours straight, and I did see a doctor, to be fair, but she wasn't on duty. Also, maybe just a nurse. I don't know.
That sounds like the party I had after my wife died.
Oh. I wasn't gonna say it, but like I gotta ask, how long after your wife died?
How long ago? 6 years.
No, how long? Like you said. No. No, that can't be the right answer. I gotta ask. Oh, there was a moment where even I fucking paused on that, Mickey. But I gotta ask, like, when you say that sounds like a party you had after your wife died, how long was she dead when you had this party?
The following week.
You're a sick fuck, and I love it. Beautiful. All right. So what are you saying? Are we doing a special rate on the jazz, or what's the? Is that what I'm hearing you say to me, Mickey? Is that what you're putting forward to me?
Yes, we will help you become mayor. We will make you, we'll do everything in our power to help
Alright.
get you there.
I mean, I'm really happy to hear that, but also, like, we're all like silver lions and putting them all on a show, right? No more than 3, but what's that going to be, like 4? 4 for 3? Seems like a solid starter. I mean, look, Sir Shugs would do it, wouldn't he?
Sorry, I was changing the sound. What are you asking him for?
He wants to put 3 lines on the shirt for the price of 4 because, let's be honest, that's what Shugs would do.
Oh, you're talking for Sith Coke? Shit.
He wants a discount on jazz
Oh,
because it's good business practice. That's the translation of what he's saying.
it's like, look, we sell it at a pretty finite. Okay, our profit margin on it isn't that great. He's like,
When
but-
he's saying 3 on for 4, he's saying 3 doses for 400.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah. You wanna, but he's like, to show my trust and everything else, he's like, sure, I can make that happen this time. Rare deal, okay. That way I could have sell
I
this
got
to
you,
every
I
Jew
got
on
you.
the street. But you family. Of course, we give family a discount. Forget about it.
Just so we're like reassuring our, Tory constituency, what's the price for mayor?
It's like, I could probably do this for you on the regularly. Let me get a couple things figured out, okay?
Want some in power? I don't want to take a piss, Mickey. All right. He's good, and I think he'll keep like shooting the shit with Mickey for a bit. Like he likes Mickey, and he will like genuinely just have a lot of chat. That's there's nothing really else that's business, but he's just genuinely like having a good time with Mickey. Just very what's the word? Like nothing too deep. Like he's keeping it very like low key. He doesn't want to talk any business, and a man like Mickey probably does need to like unwind every now and then, and he's like offering that up. You know what I mean? Like he's just being very chill. Whereas most people, when they talk to a guy like Mickey, probably always are trying to get something out of him. Do you know what I mean? He's very upfront about what he wants, and then he's just going to shoot the shit for a bit and actually have a laugh.
Okay.
And but anyway, he shoots the shit with him, has a bit of fun with him. He likes him, and then he'll go a separate way once business is done out of the way. Yeah.
Okay. You guys hang out for about 90 minutes. Okay. Luco will pay the fee once you get back. JJ, you get to hang out for Luco for about 90 minutes. It's almost that point of annoyance of sitting here waiting by the time Johnny comes back, just looking like how he looks like how he feels, and he genuinely feels like $1 million at the moment. He's just his strut, his walk, everything else really seems like a guy who's just high on life in more ways than one.
I think I'm like super annoyed, but also like JJ's probably used to stakeouts and sitting in cars for long periods of time to some extent, so maybe not quite as out of the norm for him as some other people.
Johnny jumps into the car and he doesn't even really like look at you, but you can tell he's just like buzzing, and I think you definitely pick up on this is more than just his normal mix of Smash and Coke. Like there's a little extra added in there, and he just goes straight for the like, I don't know if this is still a thing, but he goes straight for the orcs and just like starts pumping British punk, and is clearly feeling himself a little too much.
I smack the back of your headrest and ask, what the fuck took you so long?
Baby, I was shaking hands.
Fucking shaking your dick around. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's Delta.
You want what?
I want a fucking Delta, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Fucking hell, you guys and your fucking slang, man. I never understand what the fuck you're saying.
Luca looks over here. You're one to talk, Choombra. Shit. Did you find out anything, or was this just a bunch of chin-wangling dick handshakes?
Mate, business was fucking done. Trust me, my dick is It's been taken care of.
That.
So I'm gonna let JJ go back to his wife. There's no correlation in those two sentences. I'm just fucking spitting facts one after the other. You know what I mean? JJ, don't worry about it.
Okay, well,
So
Luca,
my love, what's your wife's name? I didn't even know her as like JJ's wife. Like,
Fuck yourself. You don't need to know her name.
kind
oh
of hard.
come on, don't be like that.
OBS
tell
is
me her name.
just trash today.
Come on, tell me your name.
No, you don't need to know my
You know you won't regret it.
even child's name.
What do you want from me, JJ? Come on, let's make a little deal. You give me your wife's name. What do you want from me? Come on, everything's got a fucking price.
From you, bro.
What?
I don't
You
want
know I'll look after you.
bro.
I'm not gonna make this inappropriate or whatever. I'll wait till there's 6 feet between us.
Well, the one thing we could maybe do
All right.
is
I
put
feel like
that
I'm
little
getting
piece
about to get my feelings hurt. Ah, man, you just live up to expectations every fucking time.
mean.
All right, what do you want? What do you want? Give me a name. Like I'm gonna be the best man at your wedding. You gotta fucking tell me a name, right?
Yeah, Lucia, 6 feet under.
Well,
She's
man,
got the
I
shot.
thought we were closer than that. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it, but I thought we were closer than that. So
You're not wrong, bro.
how am I gonna be your godfather, right? Are your folks still around?
What you think I'm getting? What is your No, my folks aren't around. Like, give me the
Why
fuck
not,
over.
man? My folks are dead too. Like, I just thought we could connect on this. I'm looking for a new abuela, and I thought maybe
I bet
you and
you're
I,
always
with how
looking for
close
a new
we're getting.
Blano.
What?
I bet you're always looking for a new Blano.
Abuela?
Alright.
Luca, looks, you guys, this is just touching, and I love every minute of this. But how is this getting me closer to figure out what the fuck's going on with my with the corporation?
JJ is a gun for hire. He is no, he's not. He's an honest cop, but he's a very good, honest cop. And basically, the more irate you get him, the quicker we kill corpos. That's kind of my deal. So I wind him up a little bit, pretend like I want to steal his parents, pretend like I want to like romance his wife, and then he just gets really irate and takes it out on the corpo scum. But his wife is gorgeous, to be fair. Like that's not a
You've
like
never met my wife.
he's punching. He's punching.
Okay.
I imagine. I am guessing. You're right, JJ. But you seem like one of those guys that is a stealthy little motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you got the personality to have a beautiful wife.
That's an insult. I know that's an insult. Somehow that's an insult, isn't it?
How is that an insult, man?
Somehow that's an insult. You know what? Draw me off with the nearest
Right. When you figure that out, you tell me how that's an insult.
I will. I'll be thinking about that all fucking week, bro.
I'm saying you have a beautiful soul.
Something like that, eh? A beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Because that's what all the corpos with the nines, that's how they score them, eh? They're beautiful souls. Drop me off at the nearest maglev station or the nearest N-cart station.
I'll tell you that, darling. We're gonna give you a live time. I don't know where you live.
Yeah, no, I'm good to take transit from here.
I like how badly JJ's been trying to like get out of this conversation.
Luca's like, okay, if that's what you want, man, and he will.
Stop the car.
Yeah, literally takes you a block down the road to.
No, just stop the car.
Yeah, literally take you to a bus stop. It's within a block.
Yeah, I will. Unbeknown, like wherever I guess we're in like Little Europe. I will take the N card or the bus back to. I live just inside of Upper Marina, right on kind of the border of the old city center. So I'm fairly close anyway.
Yeah.
I'll take a short bus ride back without revealing the location of my home to
To anyone, I guess.
To anyone, as if we don't know who you're talking about.
Completely understandable. Um,
And
Okay,
just
this is out of character. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I was just gonna say, just so you have it at hand, my wife's name is Tiff, and I believe my daughter's was Emily.
Okay, that actually answered my question already anyway. But yeah.
Your character still doesn't.
I don't think my character knows that yet because even if you had already given him your wife's name, he doesn't remember. Like you know,
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
of character, I want to know if your character had kids as well, or if, anyway. But yeah,
My character has one daughter.
how old is she? Again, this is out of character. Like this isn't something I'm going to act on.
A borderline teenager. I think she's 12 or 13.
Okay.
I don't have. Yeah, her name's Emily. She's struggling with basically ending of middle school / start of high school kind of time.
Okay.
It doesn't look like she actually has a specific.
Plans for more? No, I'm getting way into Johnny Fox right now. You crack on.
Oh, 13. Yeah. Okay, 13.
All right, cool.
Vertex, what do you go shopping for?
I have a shopping list in the Discord here.
Yay! Let me switch right back over to that. Here we go. 60 shopping list. Prior time, what does? Easy enough. Time warp state. Anyway, item injector. Okay. Since all of that's, you can actually get all of that there and get it installed there if you wish.
Yeah. 'Twas the plan.
Nice.
So the question is, how much does the sedative cost? It didn't really have a price.
Just a second, I will let you know.
Alright.
Probably one of those things like Quick Heal that doesn't really have a price.
It's a med tech product, right? So
Mhm.
so it's basically kind of yeah, it doesn't have a price, or it's 200 eddies, kind of if you did the math on it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a weird price for things in this game, but
Okay.
Yeah, the typical price for that tends to be about 200 eddies a piece.
Alright.
An
I'll take 200 eddies. That sounds fair.
An experienced medtech could actually. Sorry about that, everybody. Experienced medtech could actually make a lot more with 200 eddies, but it's still a base low end kind of price first.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm having all the technical issues. However, yes, you can easily get picked it up. Let's see, you can get all that stuff added in through Foundry. You just need to take a moment to actually kind of figure out what your humanity loss is going to be.
Alright. Which is...
Just so we can... Huh. I'm pretty sure my audio died.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I
but
hear you.
Discord isn't, for some reason, picking... OBS isn't picking me up at the moment. Which is really,
Oh.
really
okay.
weird. Yeah, okay, there we go. It just moved. Sweet. Yay! Cool.
Alright. So I have knocked my humanity down to 46 out of 70, bumping my empathy down to 4.
So you're going to spend about 3 hours there between installation, purchasing, and looking around to get everything squared away.
Awesome.
I will keep that in mind. Nan's still working on tech stuff. JJ's heading home. Johnny is using the restroom real quick.
Back on mute though. You're on mute.
Johnny is muted. um,
Um,
regarding my invention, I also threw that in the Discord chat.
I am looking that over right now.
Yeah, I obviously like it's so yeah. So I was looking a little deeper into the rules on the medtech, or sorry, not the medtech, the tech ability, the maker ability,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like since this doesn't have a mechanical analog in the game already, that this would have to be an invention first. So like I'm basically like making a prototype first.
Correct.
And then once the invention is made, it can be upgraded or installed via the upgrade ability. I think, as far as I understand. And then, so first I have to make it. So I think my gun will be okay first. But you're gonna have to decide what the price is. What you think, like how much this would cost. So it's a repeating crossbow, so it would like basically up the magazine size from 1 to 4 and up the ROF to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And could also, because of that, can be loaded with multiple arrow types. But then for nerfs, I put the base damage down to 3d6 and have it require a full reload action. Because it now is more than a single arrow clip.
So let me ask you something. Are you familiar with the Eagle Tech Survivalist?
No.
Okay, it's out of black chrome. It's a very fancy book, fancy weapon. The important thing, it's a assault rifle / crossbow that, regardless of what functionality you use, it only uses the archery skill.
What is it called?
The Eagle Tech Survivalist.
103 is the page number in Black Crown.
Yeah.
There is also, I know that this is obviously unofficial stuff, but it gets sent around a lot. There's the Red Chrome catalog. So, which is that what we're talking about, right?
No, we're actually talking about something out of black chrome at the moment.
Chrome. Okay.
Yeah, I was just because I think he was saying that there's like something analogous to what I've come up with.
Correct.
Yeah, because I just hacked that together real quick, just like as an idea.
Well, I don't want you to go through a bunch of work to make something if you could literally be.
Yeah,
I mean, and you may want to because style over substance. I'm never going to question that, but just in case, I bring this up. It's a 500 Eddie gun. It has a rate of fire of 1. You can fire a crossbow bolt every round, or you can fire an assault rifle round every round. It has no auto fire, no suppression. It only has a 10-shot clip, but it automatically has an ROF of 1, and it's a 500 Eddie gun. If you take out the assault rifle, how much would this really be? Because all you basically want is a modified Eagle Tech that doesn't really have the assault rifle kind of functionality. Yeah, you're making this, but I'm just showing this is a 500 Eddie gun right here.
Right. So I think that's then if 500. Are you saying you think it's going to be less than 500 Eddies? Maybe premium price as
I
instead,
think you
or
can make.
500.
I'm willing to meet you halfway and say you can make the rate of fire 2 crossbow with a bump magazine of X amount of rounds, and you could probably make this as is as a weapon, and not need to modify it after the fact. I don't think the cost should be more than 500. I have a hard time quantifying the 100 or like 250 kind of thing. Maybe like 300 or something, sure, but at most we can say 500 would cover this with assuming a different type of magazine or something else.
It's most important to kind of like nail down the time and the DV. So if we're saying 500, which is kind of like what I was guessing, it was the DV is gonna be 21 and it's gonna take a week.
Yep.
Now, can I do that roll now just to see how it goes?
By the techie rules in the book, you make the roll up front. That way, when you hit 50%, you know whether how you're doing. Okay. If you fail, none of the resources are lost. It's the only thing you lose is time.
Right. So yes, I guess the reason I wanted to make it an upgrade is because my crossbow I have now is an excellent crossbow.
I mean, and it's
So-
also what, like 100 eddies?
An excellent crossbow is no. An excellent crossbow is 500
Okay.
base. So
Even as an
I think a
upgrade,
regular
though,
crossbow is 100 eddies, and then it's 500 because it's excellent.
even as an upgrade, though, you're still looking at a DV for. Let me double check.
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna be the same DV. I was just hoping to keep the excellent property on the crossbow at the what I'm saying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
Alright.
A brand new weapon, assuming you had good functionality with it and everything else, as a prototype, like I could see you getting, if you did really, really well, I could totally see it coming out excellent quality. If not, you would just need to fix it up after the fact. It's just more time lost. It's the problem.
Okay.
If you want to try to actually just solely focus on turning your crossbow currently into a rate of fire 2 crossbow, you can do that and you'd still be keeping with the excellent quality thing. But it's still going to take the same amount of time either way.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, but yeah, I still think I need to do the invention first. So I'm gonna do the roll. Can I do luck on this type of roll
Yes.
or not?
To clarify at my table, luck can be used for anything.
Okay.
Okay. The only
So
thing I
I'm
don't
gonna
want you using luck on, honestly, is damage. But media, any roll rank it can be used for. You could even use
Okay.
it for your death save.
Cool. Hopefully. Alright, so I'm gonna use 2 points of luck.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully I don't roll a 1.
You got this.
Nice! Roll the 2!
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that will succeed.
So
Um,
yeah,
the-
so it's gonna take a week.
Okay. And you are working on making a new weapon. Or was that the just to turn it into your current bow into a rate of fire 2?
Yeah, it's to turn the current. It's
Okay.
to invent the upgrade. So I have like a prototype for the upgrade, and then I would need to make another roll to actually like apply the upgrade, which will require. So basically, I'm gonna have to spend twice the amount for materials. And what do we agree on? Like 300 for
Yeah.
this?
No, I personally don't think you need to spend the materials twice. I understand
okay.
why that's there, but if you're inventing a modification to add to something, or
Yeah.
in this case, just changing the functionality of it, I swap these parts out and put these parts in. I have a hard time justifying I can see in some cases how you may need to add a little bit cost because of parts or materials bullshit. This is literally a direct modification for A and B. There will be no second cost associated.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
it's not like an external mod. It's like a built-in mod. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Because in my mind, you have to actually really swap out the main shaft of the crossbow to add in a dual layer crossbow to be able to fire 2 crossbows at the same time. Bring that back up real quick.
Yeah.
So in that case, it really is just swapping parts out and putting other different parts in. But yeah, you're currently working on that for the night. Vertex under the knife at the moment. JJ is on the way home. Once you guys drop off JJ, what's Johnny and Luco doing?
Mute. You're on mute.
Or
There
thinking.
you go.
I wasn't saying anything. Luca,
Oh.
you little son of a bitch. What are we doing?
He's like, well, I mean, a lot of those guys were talking about the body shop that they went and got the chrome from. You want to go try to see if we can find any information there, or do you want to wait for, your kind of looks down the street, your muscle?
Luco, my little baby doll. You're adorable. Like, man, I'm here for you. What do you think the best shot of 2 absolutely stunning, charismatic, individual little fucks getting information from tonight in the right direction?
It's like, well, I mean, it's close to noon and everything else. Fuck it. Let's go talk to. Let's go check out the body sculpt. Let's go talk to Rawl.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm all in. Let's
It's
go
like-
do that.
it's like it's only a couple blocks away, anyways.
And I'm feeling jazzed.
So you guys are, right over here, up by 6. Okay, Rao's Body Sculpting Shop, as a premier place that was in the 2020 era, is literally right here. And
Alright,
yes, you can
sweet.
find it in the 2020 book, just in case you're curious, Nick.
Yeah,
it is
maybe.
I read it after our last session.
cool. And you guys will head that way. And he'll literally ask you that, like, and he's going to ask us a lot. Okay, do you want him to wait in the car, or do you want him to come with you?
Luca, it's just me and you, darling. What's the pros and cons here? You tell me straight.
He's like, well, I mean, and let me roll for the character because I didn't spend all the time to make this NPC not to fucking use it.
Know that feeling.
Yeah. I like your background, by the way, Nick.
Thank you.
Is that from something, or is it?
Well,
I made it myself, meaning it's AIR.
Okay, cool.
With that role, he's looking. He's like, look, man, people are obviously coming for my head. I don't know how far or why that goes. So, I mean, me not showing my face a whole lot may be beneficial. At the
Right,
same point in
yeah.
time, I mean, if you think you can handle it, and want to, don't care about it as a risk factor, I'm willing not to care if you're not. I was willing to do this without you guys, anyways. He says.
Wait, there's risk involved?
He's like, well, I mean, the 50 people show up at your front door chanting your name, trying to chop off your fucking head. Let's see how you feel the day after.
Oh no, I usually have 50 people turn off my door chanting my name, trying to suck my head. But that's a whole
different
game.
situation, okay?
All right, let's fucking rock. No, I'm in. If you think no, let's go, man. Yeah, you're in. It's me and you till the end, baby.
Yeah, he's just like, I mean, people obviously.
We're gonna drive over a cliff or some shit.
He's like, people are obviously looking for me. I didn't know if you guys want me to try to lay low or not. So
Nan's gonna text the group and be like, "Just had a breakthrough on my invention. What are you guys up to?"
And where are we going? I wasn't paying attention.
you're going a couple blocks away to Rawls Body Sculpting Shop. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to pronounce it. It's RAELS. So
Rails.
Give me a number. What's the number?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
is it on the map?
It's not like on the map, but it's like
it's
like
an old 2020 place. It's on the edge of the old city crater, so it's still technically there.
I message back, just being like, "Oh, Luca and I are heading to this body sculpting place," and then there's like 10 messages, which is me trying to get the spelling correct.
Vertex, do you respond, or are you literally under the knife?
I am literally in a surgical coma at the moment.
Is JJ in our group chat?
Yes, he is.
I think JJ's on the bus.
Yeah, JJ at this point in time is on the bus. Luckily, he doesn't have to go far, so his bus is literally like he's not far. His stop he can see down the street, kind of thing.
All right, I'm gonna just if he texts, I'm gonna say need backup.
You get a text back. You need backup? Question mark.
That's text. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh shit! I mean, not yet. If I message carrots, I'm on.
Okay, you just get period.
Might be kind of hard for them to get across town. No, JJ, yeah, you get a message back from JJ in chat to Louis. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm going home."
How far is Rails? Rawls?
Right next to City Center. Hold on a second. Let me turn you down a touch too. What were you gonna say, Nick?
Yeah, I was just going to say I would be checking in with some of my the people who work directly under me, who were kind of checking out the situation at that. What was the name of the bar where they were checking out the situation with the
Teutons. The Teutons, actually, yes.
Oh, it was actually okay. So it's actually a like a mailstorm potentially.
Yeah.
I would be checking in on that situation to see how that all went.
So this map, just to let you guys know, should have measurements as close to what the measurement should be. So from roughly where you guys are in Haywood, I'm just going to say down here to like
Oh yeah, we're
here.
pretty fucking far.
Yeah. Okay. In your case, it is, yeah, about 3,600 meters.
Oh my gosh.
That's 3.6. That's not
Okay.
small city.
It just feels
Yeah,
really long.
that still feels really small to me, but I'm trying to go off what the map kind of says here in terms of the size
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel
loosely.
like that's not right. This is a small town then.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to increase that a touch.
He's got the
Yeah, I
size of
found that for like
Polygon.
large overworld maps, it's hard to get the scale like right in Foundry.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
This map never works.
Yeah.
In my the Night City map never quite works in terms of scale. If you measure out more rock to be the right size, it's always going to be too small to support even a super dense population of like 1 million people.
Yeah.
Not to be like it's almost like
It's an abstraction.
It doesn't matter. Spend or disbelieve, keep going. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It's
Yeah, as long as
it's
we know it's an abstraction.
it's several kilometers away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just like I'm gonna take a cab into the city. I'm had my breakthrough in my invention. I'm gonna take a cab into the city just to kind of be around, and I want to go shopping as well. So that way, if he does need backup, I'll be a little closer, and I can get some shopping done.
Okay. By the time after a lot of the sitting around talking and everything else, your taxi will be in transit by the time Johnny and Luco pull up to Rawls Body Sculpting District.
Or,
This will be about let me double check my stuff here, about the halfway point in time through your surgery stuff, Vertex. I imagine by the time they get done with there, you will probably be out of your medically induced coma.
Oh yeah.
So the last little bit we have left for the session, I am going to touch base on JJ's business stuff, his work stuff, because he did ask on that. Pull up that document real quick.
I want to see a home scene with JJ and his wife and kid. I want to see the loving father that JJ is.
You get off the bus, checking messages with the illegal cyberware trace force. Um, they are checking with some of the people in your department that you manage. Things are not going well, quote unquote, at the office at the moment. A lot, some details on that being a lot of the other departments that were looking into the personality overclock chips and had leads. Um, Officer Liam actually and his team actually had a solid lead on a raid. By the time they actually raided the building and got a horde of stuff, everything had been wiped. This made
Sure.
Liam, yeah.
Liam. Okay.
The other team that actually had quote unquote apparently a lead on it too turned into it was actually a setup and massive actual bloodbath for the actual cybercrimes team. The director currently is literally on a fucking warpath because she it's getting close to the end of the month and the director head Anna Einman is very much needs to see results to show to the corporate backers. If you guys don't have results, you guys don't have funding. And you guys don't have funding means you guys don't have a job.
Yep. Understood. So and okay. Am I expected to justify my absence?
You have more of a leadership position for your team. As long as you can justify the results you make per month, how the team spends their time is, really by either your discretion, lieutenant's discretion, and things like that. The current projects they have working on are trying to find leads when it comes to the personality overclock, so you guys can do raids and things like that. But let's be honest, and go ahead and give me your either criminology, bureaucracy, whatever you think the most appropriate skill would be for how JJ views his job and thinks about things related to his job.
That's okay. So that's under education.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very interesting point. I think he considers this more bureaucratic than actual
Yeah, we're gonna go with bureaucracy here. How much is his luck? I'm gonna use 2 points of luck on this roll.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna use 3 points of luck because
Probably your last roll of the day.
is it probably my? Then I'll use all 4.
I mean, we're getting close to. We're in the last 10 minutes of the
No,
3
I
hours,
know.
so
So
Hey, good call.
did you add the
So-
luck in? Yes, you did. 16. Okay. You might be worried, but if other teams just came out bone dry and you legitimately have an actually good chip, personality chip, that you guys got off the third gang, the guy that Johnny that you guys EMP'd popped his chip and you guys
Yeah.
grabbed it off the street. Okay. As long as nothing's wrong with it, you're the only person in the entire fucking division that actually has anything to show this month regarding that case. You're feeling pretty fucking good, to be honest.
Great, fantastic.
Because
Yeah.
if that's the only thing and the ship is good, you can literally bring it in and have your team start doing decoding and working on it, trying to find leads and information. And we'll be the only group that has a lead. So as long as you can get it to them before the beginning of next week, because they need at least a couple days to work on it. April 30th is next Thursday, a week from now in game, and that is the end of the month. They need at least a couple days to be able to make some kind of bullshit bureaucratic report to show progress.
Well, I would already be starting. I mean, if I'm in that position on the ride home, or I'm just any moment I have that's extra on that ride or in transit, I'll start writing up my report on that to get the analysis of the skill chip started, or
Okay.
the analysis of personality overclocking chip started.
Okay, that's going to have to start before, like, they're still going to need the chip in order to be able to do anything with that. So that is kind of the problem, at least in terms of that. Ooh, there
So
we
I got
go.
to get the chip. Who has the chip in their possession?
Currently, you do. You have the MacGuffin in your possession at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I guess who do I need to physically hand that over to analyze it?
I bet you have probably at least 1 or 2 members on your team that can do analysis in-house. Anything more than that, you would have to start bringing in other departments of the ICTF, and based off that
Yeah.
bureaucracy result, you probably don't want to do that yet. You probably want to keep this hush hush and kind of play this one close to the chest at the moment, especially.
My techie or my net runner or whoever could analyze that chip, I kind of messaged them to meet me out front of my place as soon as possible. Like I think I live in kind of like a condo apartment type situation.
Mhm.
Decent place for my family. I want to meet them. If timing works out, ideally meet them like essentially like right out front of my place, or I would have to come back down and give it to them. I guess that's not a huge deal, but yeah, that would be
Okay.
my plan is to hand that over as soon as possible.
Okay. You literally get, you probably got that in emotion during your time or even during the wait of things. So by the time you get back, you're walking up the steps and everything else, and probably one of your sergeants, I would like to say, of your team is actually waiting, not directly outside your door, but around the corner in kind of that usual spot to be like, you told me,
Yeah.
and he very much like, he sees you and very nonchalantly kind of walks up like, hey man, how's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, you can. Thanks, Choom. Look what I got. I say, I actually got one of those personality overclocking pieces that everyone's been fretting over. What do you think? You should run some Dio on it?
It's like we'll take it to one of the more quiet workshops. I'll bring Backslash in on it to see if they want to actually start doing some overtime on it tonight. We'll try to get a full report going here as quickly as possible. We're not going to do any of the work in house because I'm guessing you probably don't want any of the rest of the department to know you've actually got a fucking lead at the moment.
I nod in agreement. Like he
Yeah.
shouldn't even have to ask.
Yeah.
I slide him a. I slide here. I'll make sure I mark this on my character sheet. I slide him an extra 100 eddies for overtime. So this isn't actually like
This is off the books. This is basically
still
off the
gonna
books
apply
money.
for technical overtime. You know what
Mhm.
he's gonna apply for hourly overtime, but this is like extra overtime to keep it going tonight and get things on the roll, kind of thing.
It's like, yeah, we'll fire. We'll, you know how the director gets. We'll file everything in triplicate. Make sure you do the same. We don't want, we don't want the accounting office to nickel and dime us on this one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll get to work. I'll keep you posted. He's like, oh, yeah, we'll, we won't carry anything traceable on us. So, burnable stuff only. You know the channel. And by that he means, they'll only have their burnable phones. You know what those numbers are in a situation such as such.
You my boy, right? I say, kind of grabbing him and hugging him, and then I probably end the conversation talking about I don't know, tickets for an upcoming sporting event or something like that for the Night City Heat or the Rangers or something like that.
Or Sergeant Eddleton, one of your sergeants, let you know it's like, that'd be good. One of those new Blade Ball games would probably be a lot better. I hear the way easier to get select tail there. Kind of says with a that younger 20-year-old smile.
I literally like grab him and give him a little like noogie, and then
Get off me! Stop!
and then I kind of kick his ass to get him on his way and tell him to get his dick wet with his $100, and that's probably it.
He gives you a nod. He puts it in a bulletproof chip case and everything else, and says, "I'll keep you posted every step of the way." And he deltas. He leaves.
Especially about getting your dick wet.
Right.
And then
Heading inside, your daughter comes up and immediately it's like, "I can't believe you did this for me, Dad. I'm so happy," and comes up and gives you this big hug.
oh yeah, I say playing along, trying to
Okay.
own whatever it is that I don't know about.
She's got one of the because yesterday was the Ultimate Sparkles concert, and she is a huge fan of Pressable music, eco-activist, rebellious rock, and one of the expensive like $300, $400 jackets, light up jackets and everything else she has, and it very much like, and she even signed it and everything. See, I guess being a cop does pay off. You aren't just you aren't just a pencil pushing punk. Thanks, Dad.
I change my. I'm wearing a laser light jacket right now too. That's not something I normally wear very often. That's something I wear when I'm like theoretically edge running and not acting as a police officer. So I changed my laser light jacket to match her colors and or the colors of her jacket.
10 out of 10. Best dad.
Well, I pick her up and yeah, nailing it. Well, I pick her up and embrace her. While I look leeringly at my wife,
Your wife is currently not home. She's out spending
Okay.
money.
Oh shit. Dope.
Okay. But if you actually like, going to the house to check, there's the box of shoes. The box of shoes came in is thrown away. The note and everything else is still on kind of like her end table that came with it, which is a very adoring letter from you, and an invitation to the once a month showing by the artist. They only send out 30 invitations a month, and apparently your wife gets one of them for next month's showing.
ah, fuck. I know I should have got that 1,000 Eddie laser light tattoo on my dick. So if she wanted to go out and blow $1,000, she could have stayed home.
Yeah, pretty much. Luckily, though, your wife only goes out and spends 200 eddies on fancy actual booze for you guys this evening.
Nova.
However, it is 4 o'clock, and I think at this point in time, we should start doing our wrap up this evening.
All right.
I like
Sounds
this
good to
sesh.
me.
It was good. RP sesh.
I hope you guys all had fun with that today. I know we had quite a few technical problems. I'm sorry OBS is being so problematic today. I will look into the stuttering issues for that. I thank everyone here in chat or who is listening to this for being patient with us. Hello, Dr. Squiggums. Meanwhile, though, my name has been OckRaven. I've been your referee. I thank you very much for everybody being here today. You can find me on Instagram at OckRaven Gaming, or even at the Twitters at the OckRaven. What can I say? Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoy the story of Running the Night. Next week, we'll get into the group actually digging deep into the leads they have and trying to, well, see how that goes. Let's start things off with Catapult. You want to start things off with closing here? We'll go around the table.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. I have been Catapult Crash Tester. You can find me right here on Twitch at Catapult Crash Tester. We're going to be streaming some Baldur's Gate 3 tonight. I am super stoked for that. So yeah, come swing by. I'm really looking forward to playing. And thanks again for joining in. I am really glad to have you. Thank you to OckRaven for running the game today. And we will see you next time when we run the night.
Jalen.
I just want to say thank you, OckRaven. It's been a great evening of Cyberpunk. Well, evening for me, I suppose. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun today. I look forward to the next session. You guys can't really find me anywhere, but I do. I'm very pleased that we've been using Foundry. I'm pleased that Foundry was not the source of much of the technical issues. I am one of the developers for the Cyberpunk Red system on Foundry, so I'm very proud of the system we've created. And just want to say, see you guys next week. Thank you.
Nick, then Stormbreaker, please.
Yeah, I'm Nick. I play a couple games here on Cybernation Uncensored, including this one with OckRaven, and also for a couple more weeks, Eddie's and Elflines. I was playing JJ today, the Lawman, and I always love an opportunity to play Cyberpunk Red and an opportunity to play with my chooms. Thank you, everyone, and I look forward to next month and seeing where we go.
Most excellent.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, JJ. I hope your wife has enjoyed the session as well. I'm sorry that I picked up on that. I don't know why that was a thing, the session more than any other.
Are we playing Cyberpunk Red or what?
Wow. I have been Johnny Fox this evening. My name is Time from Stormbreaker Games. If you want to follow me, Stormbreaker Games on mainly TikTok and Instagram. You can find me. Just doing a load of cool stuff. I run professional games of 5e and Cyberpunk Red on a regular, and release a load of content to help make all games just fucking awesome as well. So, yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. But as always, thank you, Raven. Been bloody lovely.
Absolutely. Once again, my name is OckRaven. I've been a ref here at Cybernation Uncensored. I will be back, third Sunday of every month with Running the Night, as we dig in more to the story of the mob, the criminal underground, the corrupt councilman, and the corporations caught in between with our edgerunners. And I'm looking forward to see where this campaign goes. However, that's going to do it all for us from here. So one final time, goodbye, everybody. Thank you. And we'll see you all again here next month. Take it easy.
Bye, everyone. Have fun.
Cybernation Uncensored.